I saw that. She's like, you're probably not gonna get it. Hi, Chad, I know you can hear me. Don't worry about it. Back to your usual.
funny, considering I don't think they have the money to do that.
Yeah, they don't.
I want to
His
know,
thing
like,
is absorbing
what
YouTube.
Hollywood?
Absorbing YouTube.
Who in Hollywood?
Probably
You know what I
SAG.
mean?
Actually, it's probably SAG. You know I'm right.
I'm not gonna agree. Actually, I would need to see some proof.
Well, we don't. Yeah. Do you need to take breaks in between the sessions? No. Oh, hi chat. How are we doing?
Oh, I need to reposition myself. I'm a little bit to the right. What's up, my bigots? What's up, fellow bigots? Nope, no, I'm too far to the right.
You're too
Oh my
far to the
goodness, I can't
right.
be perfect center. I can't be perfect of center.
No, you can't. It's impossible. I need to double
They
check
told me I can't be in the
something.
middle.
No, we're fine there. I don't know why it's sounding, or at least looks like it's so low. Hold on. There we go. That might have just been. Oh, sorry. I'm adjusting. Ever since the Friday stream,
Mm-hmm.
I messed with my audio mixer because I thought that I was way too quiet.
Okay.
But OBS had changed it so it uses the mic itself and not the audio mixer. So I messed with the audio settings on the mixer for no reason. So now I have to adjust things if it sounds too quiet, or like on the volume meter on OBS, if it's like too quiet or too low, or you know.
I forgot. You have a volume mixer now?
Yeah.
Was it like a little? I mean, it's not like what I have, but I forgot you do.
I'll show it here. We'll just do this.
I made a post on the Akemi stuff. Speaking of Akemi, she's like quote unquote taking a hiatus and
Okay, so
walking
that was
away from
Akemi that
even
you were
Discord.
that everyone was talking about.
Is my Discord having issues?
When doesn't Discord have issues?
Oh goodness! On the next episode of Fleawave. That's a
Here,
good one.
this is the audio mixer that I'm using. I'm streaming it to you so you can see it.
Oh, I didn't think you were actually.
Breed the dog.
Okay.
Oh, don't breed the dog. It's very bare bones, but it does what I need it to do.
Yeah.
Which is primarily allow me to use an XLR mic.
I mean, like, yeah, using an XLR mic is very important.
Mm-hmm. So.
Oh, goodness. But it's been a fun week.
It has.
I got to complain about Warhammer. Well, I complained about a guy in Warhammer, and then I got to enjoy Warhammer. And I'm still figuring out which Space Marine I want to be.
Now, here is the question. You probably won't. You're probably going to say you won't, but I'm still going to ask just to clarify for everyone. Whatever you decide, are you going to get a model of that little tiny one? Or as what you decide, and then paint it?
No, I'm not going to paint.
No.
Okay, so I will say this. I Rage and I talked about this. If for some reason I get a sponsorship with like a not like Games Workshop, but if like a small game shop or like games store wants to sponsor Lucky EN and they send it for free, I will do it. Otherwise, I am not voluntarily going to buy my own.
I'm about to say you're not going to get GW. Period.
No, I don't want GW. Fuck that.
Yeah, you're learning what we've been saying about GW for a bit now, and that's bad.
Yeah, but you're kind of like still new to it too.
I am, but I've been in it for way longer than you that I'm understanding the problems.
Yeah. You're one of those guys that has to make a video whenever they talk about female custodies because otherwise you're not a real fan.
No.
I still find that ultra retarded.
It's very retarded.
I still haven't seen. Now maybe it'll take him a little while to make a video update on me. But Nelop, instead of like responding to me calling him a retard, has decided to call Arch Warhammer a mega gooner, which I'm gonna be honest with you, Arch is a single man, I think.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So I mean, like, yes, he is. I mean, I'm not gonna disagree. Yes, he is. But I feel like he doesn't like. Here's the thing: if you can't shit where you work, and I feel like he. Granted, I don't watch Arch. All right, so you guys can probably like immediately say I'm wrong and BTFO me. But it was my understanding that like all of his goonerisms took place on live, and it's not even really like him being an ultra gooner. He's just like a normal dude. Arch is a gooner. Well, I mean, yes, I'm not gonna disagree with you on that, like, but like
Arch is a single dude. Guess what?
Yeah, but again, I mean, like, that's a dumb argument, I feel like.
But
like,
it's true.
again, my point is, I don't think he introduces it in his videos. As far as I know. I could be wrong. If he does introduce it in his Warhammer specific videos, then that's a problem, but I don't think he does. Thank you for the 10.
Why is it a mushroom? Sorry, is that one of the Streamlab defaults, or is that one you picked?
What do you mean?
The mushroom.
Oh, yeah, that's one I picked out. I need to... One thing I want to do after I move is... And I'm glad that I don't stream UTT anymore, because it means that I can actually, like... actually put together stuff better. I need to actually make some more stuff like that. I don't want it to just be yippies. I need to commission some new art for it as well. But yes, the mushroom is mine because of my love of MapleStory. Speaking of which, just as a random little side topic, MapleStory made a mobile game that's actually just I will tell you right here, right now. I love MapleStory. I love the grind of MapleStory, but it gets really boring after like a couple days for me. So for me, what I like is just seeing, oh my gosh, big stats go boom in MapleStory. And I also really love a lot of the little areas in MapleStory. But I also, at the same time, don't want to download a 50, 60 gig game whenever I get the 2 to 3 days itch. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely.
So this will allow me to like just have it as a thing where it's just like, oh my gosh, I can go play in Luberdom Towers for like the very brief time that I actually enjoy this game, and then I can close it when I'm done. Although I haven't gone to Luberdom Towers yet. But yeah, like I am playing that. It's very fun.
Good.
Anyway, going back to Arch for a moment. Like again, I think my big thing is yes, I think everybody, including Arch himself, will probably agree he's a gooner. But like, I don't care if his main videos that he makes talking about Warhammer lore are like free from that, you know?
Absolutely, yeah.
Because like I haven't watched the video by Nelop, but it from what I've heard, he's just criticizing a lot of Warhammer people for being gooners or being degenerates, and I'm just like, my man, you sound like I don't know what it is, man. But like I agree there should be a level. I've kind of come to Jesus about this level of shame that I feel like some people need to have, because I do feel like and I kind of like have been slowly working on this myself this year, but I've kind of like I kind of feel like, you know, people are allowed to be adults in an adult space where adults congregate and talk about adult things. But I feel like there's a level of some shame where people are like, okay, maybe we need to dial it back just a little bit just so that things are fine. And I that is my opinion. I don't think that you need to dial it back to the point where like you're somebody screeching like you're some sort of Christian going around saying the whole world is evil, you know?
Right, yeah.
But I do think that people need to like rein it in sometimes, which is what I'm trying to do, honestly. And I'm not going to be a hypocrite and say that you can't like be weird or cringy on the internet. I'm just saying, yeah, people probably should just sometimes rein it in just a tiny bit.
Just,
you know,
a little bit.
Just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. I don't know.
Owning is fine as long as you don't go full bow.
I would say that if you go full bow, that's way too far, you know, to the point where
Gooning.
And
Gooning is
yeah.
fine as long as you don't go full bow. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I wasn't gonna say that, but as a long-time console pleb, I'd buy a GameCube. Yes, we'll get to the GameCube here,
Yeah.
chat.
The
Probably not in the
GameCube
beginning,
is going to be a bit
but
of a longer one. Not as long as
it's a
Friday.
beautiful
but,
topic. It's a very beautiful topic, in my
yeah.
personal opinion.
As a reminder, it will not. We are gonna talk about Valve. It will not be nearly as long as my Friday stream because we had several tech nerds. Well, several Magma.
So
Dylan,
how long
and
did
Bull.
you sit there and talk about it on Friday?
About 3 hours was mostly Valve.
Gee. So we don't even need to stream about it then. You could just play the highlights from that.
But we are going to talk about it because it is the big topic this week.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is, chat. I didn't think we would get a GameCube 2, the Gaben revival, but
I am not a tech nerd. Okay, Magma, but you understand enough that
he's a Marine. There's a difference.
Magma still understands enough.
He understands enough. Oh, that's very mean.
But Dylan and Bull were the tech nerds, though, especially Dylan.
Yeah.
GameCube is a good name, but I'm gonna still call it the Steam Cube. Okay, so
I'm gonna call it the GameCube just as a joke.
I love the GameCube, but I watched the short thing. I sent it to Magma. And the idea, it's obviously, you see so many YouTube shorts of the same guy, like, kind of dressing in different outfits, kind of pretending to be something or whatever. Mm-hmm. This short had this one guy being the consumer talking to Valve, saying, so what you're telling me is it is a cube that plays games, so it's a GameCube. And then he played like Nintendo as well, and he's like, did someone say GameCube? Does this mean I can sue Valve?
That's funny.
And it just goes along the whole thing of like, no, this is a GameCube. And I think that's why they call it a Steam machine. Because anything with, like, even they could have even called it the Steam Cube, and that probably would have been fine. But Nintendo.
Exactly. But Nintendo.
Even if Valve is not even trying to go after Nintendo, they said it with the Steam Deck. They're not competing with Valve. Not Valve, Nintendo.
You don't need to when Nintendo doesn't even enter the scene.
Exactly.
With their exclusives. Granted, you can pretty much play all of the Nintendo games on the Steam Deck, and it plays them at 60 FPS native and looks fantastic and runs better.
Yeah, exactly. Temp, should they call it Black Ice? But Temp, am I on bow level? I don't know, Gabby. What are you? Excuse me, Occo. Yeah, I think Magma was Navy, wasn't it?
Was it Navy? Oh, fair enough.
I think Magma was Navy. Missed the opportunity to call it the Companion Cube. Again, we'll get into that. There's stuff to talk about with this.
There's a special skin of that, but we'll get there.
Yeah. So your week was good.
Yep, my next week is going to be busy.
Because you're moving next week.
I am. Like I said, I'm not going to talk too much about my plans.
Yep.
But after Monday, there will be no more streams.
All I have to ask,
because to stream again until Friday.
Okay, till Friday. Okay.
Maybe.
Because I wanted to kind of reiterate that there's a chance that Dogwave next week may be just me, or at least me and a guest.
No. It'll be just fine. I mean, we should still find more guests to come on, but I'll be there by Sunday.
Okay.
You know, you could have asked me this in DMs, and I would have given you the exact same answer.
That I know. I have asked you in DMs, actually.
And
you didn't give me a different answer.
No. I gave you the right answer. Chat, he's just trying to pad out the time of the show.
Yeah. To be fair, we've already been live for 25 minutes, and 10 of that was the countdown timer.
I don't count that.
Yeah. Otherwise, chat, Magma's Cake is a lie. Steam Cubed. Steam Cube would have been a good name. But, again, I think they wanted to use Steam Machine because they had the copyright for the name Steam Machine. And also, doing Steam Machine is very basic enough that they will not be sued for any of it.
No. It'd be very hard to do that, I would say.
Exactly. So, I said to Akko that we don't have a whole lot this week. Like, it's enough to do the full time. I'm not worried, but it's
3 to 4 hours.
Yeah, but it's not like a lot. Um. Here, we'll talk about this first. So, Valve is partnering with Capcom.
I forgot that Dota 2 was Valve. I'm going to be honest with you. I sometimes just forget that Valve has made quite a lot of video games themselves, but it's always overshadowed by the point that, yes, they've made a lot of games. You just, you just forget that they're all Valve.
Yeah. This thing is like, anything like this I would have expected just fine. But Valve is like out of left field.
Why?
Because you don't see Valve collaborate with, like, you see obviously their games published to Steam, but you don't see Valve collaborating with any of these big companies on their games, period. Like, the last time we saw Valve collaborate was technically Warframe. Because we had the Gordon Freeman
That's right, they did. They did. I forgot about that.
Yeah. But that was just Valve's, because it was the time period.
Thank you for the 5.
And they wanted to work with the time period, and having the time period be, hey, this is when Half-Life 1 came out.
I think we're going to talk about COD a little bit later, Zen Master. Thank you.
Yes, we are going to talk about COD.
I heard it was really bad.
But why Dota? Because Dota 2 is the only consistently updated game from Valve.
It is?
Yes.
What kind of game is Dota? Because I've never played it.
It's a MOBA. It's like League of Legends.
For saying that. Okay, so it's their League of Legends. I getcha.
I'm not saying
is it as toxic and evil.
It can be, but it's nowhere near as toxic as League. It can be toxic, but it's not as toxic as League.
Okay.
But the big games that Valve has are like Dota, like that are constantly updated, are Dota 2 and Counter-Strike 2, and that is it. Team Fortress 2 might have the occasional update, but there's no new content coming to it. And any new content coming to it is fan-based.
But it's not a live service game, so I don't expect that game to be updated.
Technically, Team Fortress 2 was a live service game, but it stopped being updated.
It stopped being live service?
Yeah, essentially. So, and Deadlock isn't even officially out yet. Like, you have to be invited to play it.
I remember we were invited for that. I tried it, and then I was like, I don't think I will enjoy this game.
Yeah, no. I don't think you would either. It was fun. I did one game and one game only, and because I didn't realize it was a kind of MOBA hero shooter, at the time, the one game I did, I was actually being yelled at in voice chat for going down the wrong lane. Immediately, I was told I was feeding. And it's like, motherfucker, this is my first game. Stop.
You should have been playing with friends. That was your problem.
What friends?
He'll be like, I was playing with friends.
I wasn't. I was by myself.
Oh, fuck. I went too far. Okay.
Because I knew I couldn't expect you to play it with me. And I know I couldn't expect Malice or Dom to play it with me. So it was just
Malice doesn't play those games. Malice just plays Gotcha Slop now.
Admittedly, I give him the benefit of the doubt because he works all the time.
I know he's a busy man.
He's a busy man. He could do a lot of his dailies on his phone. I can't blame him.
Yeah, he's got a real life, unlike all of us that stay plugged in. I don't really shit on him. I just
give him shit.
Whenever I see what he's playing, it's just like, oh, he's just playing Gotcha.
Yeah, I never see him playing anything else but like No Man's Sky and a Gotcha game. And that's fine.
To be fair, the game that he would sink his time into, that he normally would sink his time into, is a dead game, and no longer has his attention. A game, by the way, that recently just got out of a lawsuit that we can talk about.
Well, no, there's also Final Fantasy 14.
I was trying to segue us to Destiny.
Oh,
because I knew you.
Well, we're not even done reading this article yet from Valve.
Okay. We'll go through that and then we'll go to Destiny.
Trying to skip topics, are we?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I'm trying to.
Anyway, so it's open season on the world's most dangerous heroes, and you're just the hero we need to track them all down. We're happy to announce a massive Dota/Monster Hunter crossover with new sets, new pets, a new in-game hunt and crafting system, and of course, monsters. For anyone who thinks Dragon Knight turning into a dragon is awesome, but would be more awesome if we turned into a Rathalos instead, great news! Capcom was just as excited as we were to make this happen. There are 6 Monster Hunter themed item sets to collect in all, each bringing a classic Monster Hunter armor set into the Dota world, and each with 3 craftable alternate versions. There's also a new Palico Courier with craftable costumes, and even your very own pet Poogie with craftable outfits. Your Poogie will hang out in your base, waiting to give you love whenever you return. And assuming he's house trained and not pooping in your base, the core version of each hero set is what?
Excuse me.
I know you haven't really played Monster Hunter, but Poogie.
I played the recent one to completion. So.
No, you didn't.
I got to the credits. That's completion, my man.
Anyway. You did not play World. And Poogie,
I will argue with you on this all day. I got to completion.
And I will win this argument. And you will continue to fight it.
I don't care because credits counts, alright?
Anyway, so Poogie is essentially a little... It's kind of like Piglet. Ironically, Piglet from Winnie the Pooh, but as an actual pig. Okay. And the pig just kind of wanders your base in World.
And it shits all over the place?
No, but because people assume, just kind of let pigs be pigs, even though pigs are actually some of the cleanest animals in the world. They're still pigs and just shit. Mm-hmm.
Cleaner than humans sometimes, I would say.
Yes, they are.
Sometimes.
But they're an animal. Yeah, I mean, you expect them to just shit.
That's one thing you could say about him.
Occo never actually finished Wilds. Occo finished the base game with Guardian Arkveld, not actual Arkveld or Gormagala.
Oh my gosh. Okay, but it's still credits. If you get credits, that counts as a completion.
You got more credits!
I don't care. One set of credits is good, all right? A lot of people recognize that the credits of a game are when it's completed.
Anyway. So, the core version of each hero set is available to all Dota players for free and can be crafted once you've harvested the necessary materials from hero hunts. In addition, the Hero Atlas will help you track your progress, explore hero lore, and gather dispatches from the farthest realms, penned by Axe's loyal scribe, Goodkind. For those that want more, the Expedition Pack includes more of everything, usable Monster Hunter monsters, Rathalos for Dragon Knight, and Bolfango for Beastmaster, a Monster Hunter music pack and seasonal spray collection, and a bundle of crafting materials to get you started. Expedition Pack holders can also craft exclusive Poogie, Palico, and hero set variants with custom ambient and immortal effects. The hunt is on, and will run for the next 3 months. Get in the game, vanquish your enemies, and transform your victories into new items. Oh, and look out for monsters. So this actually
what I'm hearing is that you are going to be playing Dota 2.
No, I'm not. No.
Chat is upset with me now.
I'm not surprised. I guess Occo will never fight Omega Planetes? Nope. Occo will also never fight Base Arkveld or Wild's Gormagala.
It counts.
No, it doesn't.
It counts.
Nope. See, I'm sure chat will agree with me on this. You do not finish Wilds until you at least finish Arkveld. You know what? I will leave it at you don't have to do title updates, but Arkveld. Oh, I guess technically there is more post-story with Zoshia. You're right. Thank you. Technically, there's a second Zoshia fight. Yes. So, fair enough. But yeah, the Dota thing is coming. This is cool.
Yeah, I would say so.
And all of you that like Dota, I mean, this is here. You miss right. Rise and Worlds did something similar. Yes, they did. I need to actually. I never finished Rise. I finished Rise up to MommaOcco. I pulled an Occo with Rise because I didn't understand that there was a post-game story.
Oh, it's called pulling an Occo now, huh?
Yes. But now that I do know that, I do want to go back to Rise on PC and finish everything, because I still have to do the expansion for Rise anyway. And I need to finish Iceborne because I've not finished Iceborne. Lots of Monster Hunter play. And I still have to play Monster Hunter Stories 1 and 2 before Monster Hunter Stories 3 in March. So much Monster Hunter. And I'm trying to get back into Wilds because we're weeks away from Title Update 4. Mama and not dad stop fighting.
Mom and dog stop fighting.
Monster Hunter Stories is pretty good. What I've played is good. I just need to sit down with it. Anyway, so you wanted to talk about Bungie.
Yeah, let's talk about Bungie. There was a couple of things that happened with them.
There was.
Do you want to talk about how Sony regrets purchasing them?
Yes.
Or do you want to talk about how Bungie got out of their lawsuit?
So we'll talk about
Which one do you like
Sony first.
Enticing.
We'll talk about Sony first. It's Wild's running it better on PC yet. It is running better than when it first came out, but Capcom has said that the big performance updates are coming in Title Update 4. So that'll be happening in early to mid-December. So be ready for that. Maybe I'll be able to stream it better now with that update. Maybe. We'll see. Anyway, Sony says Destiny 2 sales and user engagement have not reached what it expected when it bought Bungie, downwardly revising projections as it records a $204 million impairment loss on Bungie assets.
Impairment loss? What is an impairment loss? Do you know?
Nope. Hold on. This is why Google exists.
Also, chat, while we're talking, I am still working on the mountain. This thing is gonna probably take me a month to complete because, like, I mean, like, I'll still do a big chunk of this when I have free time after I move. But like, this thing is gonna take me forever to build, and then I have to figure out how I want to terraform the land around it.
Are they lying about the performance improvements? Until we see it, we don't know.
Actually, I need to make a carpet bomber.
Anyway.
Start carpet bombing the area.
Impairment loss refers to the permanent reduction in the value of a fixed or intangible asset when its fair market value falls below its carrying value.
So it's permanently lost value, no chance of recovery.
Yes. That's how Bungie has, not Bungie, Sony has treated Bungie. So, damn.
That sounds about right.
Sony says Destiny 2...
saying that somebody's disabled, honestly.
Really, it kind of is. Sony says Destiny 2 is underperforming against its acquisition expectations, lowering projections and recording an estimated $204 million impairment tied to Bungie ahead of December's Renegades expansion. Which I want to add on to this. I saw that Renegades is up for pre-order now.
Yeah.
Do you know how much it costs to buy Renegades by itself?
Over 100?
$40.
Oh, I overshot that.
You overshot it by a lot. But Edge of Fate was also 40. Which means to buy both DLCs, which for the Year of Prophecy bundle is $80. So you know what? Bungie? I actually applaud you for that.
Because they reduced the pricing and stuff.
Well, no. The Year of Prophecy bundle is $80. That means it is accurately listing $40 per expansion.
You're right.
Which means
that was a problem.
That's been a problem. The Ultimate Edition is $100, but the Ultimate Edition also comes with other stuff, like other cosmetics and stuff. So,
thank you for the 5.
You know what? I actually can't get too mad at that. Because at least it's kind of...
Thank you. I would say that Bungie is dog shit now, honestly.
They are, yeah.
However, chat, you can't flame me. You can't flame me. All right? Can't flame me. All right?
Akko's already reinstalled it.
No, you want to know why, chat? Here, let me let me. I unfortunately did reinstall it, but let me tell you why. I hate the story. I hate some of the gameplay, and I hate the direction of the game. However, there are no well, I can't say that. I want to take pictures of Nessus, because Nessus is actually a beautiful planet, and before they decide to yeet Nessus away, or just yeet the entire game away, I need to get in there and take pictures because I want to build a biome in Minecraft based off of Nessus. So, my plan is to go in there for a couple hours and take a bunch of pictures of Nessus, so that when I start building a biome that looks similar to Nessus, I want to make like a bunch of cubes, like futuristic looking cubes, you know? I basically just want to build my own little Nessus, but not call it that. So my goal is to log in and do that.
So, Chet, I want to give you all an idea that Occo has now approved of me playing Destiny if I ever want to again.
No, I have not said that. If you log in to do more than just take listen, I think if you want to log in and take pictures of the environment, because the environment is pretty, that's fine. I don't think you're a cuck for doing that. But if you decide that you're going to play and resume with the new content, I think you're a cuck, honestly. And you're just letting your money get taken away by a company that hates you. But yeah, I did reinstall it specifically for the purpose of taking those pictures. I'm gonna have to do that like after I move.
I still do raids with the clan. See, I would have considered doing that if my clan was active.
I'm gonna be I'm gonna be honest with you. I probably would have prolonged not uninstalling Destiny if I had people to play with. But everybody quit playing Destiny because
by the end,
Destiny.
It was only me, Occo, Dom, and Malice, and even Dom was like, you know the meme where like the Pikachu meme. You saw Detective Pikachu, right?
Yeah.
You know the scene where Pikachu is in the fighting ring and he grabs the bars and he's just like, "Let me the hell out of here."
Yeah.
That was Dom.
No, yeah. I mean, like it got to a point where it's just like, I got so bored with like the story that I was just like, I don't even know why I'm still touching this. And again, I will gladly log in. I will gladly say that I have it downloaded, but only to take pictures. I'm not going to do anything but take pictures and look at the architecture because I want to steal it from my own world in Minecraft.
Shame, Occo. Occo, you had to buy the expansion to access. You are a cuck for buying. You don't actually need to buy the expansions to access Nessus.
No, Nessus is free. You can the entire game is free to play. The expansions are not. And I'm not paying to log in and do that shit. I am logging in specifically just to take pictures of the planet. Chat, should we flame them both? No. But thank you.
See, on my Steam account, and I wish I let's see, Destiny. When was the last time I opened Destiny? April 26th this year.
That was you?
That was me. That was me. That was the last time
I
opened Destiny 2. I don't know. I can't look at your
me?
Steam account.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Last played October 17th, 2020. It's been over a year!
Yeah, it's been over a year for you. But I also, you stopped playing with Final Shape. I stopped playing after the final season of Final Shape. Anyway, Sony has acknowledged for many Destiny 2 players, Sony has acknowledged what many Destiny 2 players have felt this year. Engagement is down. Over the last few months, Destiny 2's player numbers have slipped to new lows on Steam. And based on API-driven estimates, fallen below the lows seen during Curse of Osiris in 2018.
Which is quite sad.
Community sentiment has been rough. I want to add on to this that Bungie themselves has even come out to say that had things not improved, Curse of Osiris would have been the immediate end of Bungie and Destiny.
I think the difference now is that they're too deep. They're too deep with Bungie or with Destiny to quit like that.
Like it almost closed the studio.
Would have been easier. Yeah, it would have been easier back then to just close because it was still a brand new baby that everybody was like seeing how far they could kick it. But now they're in too deep. They can't just immediately say, "Yeah, fuck this, we're closing it," because Sony owns them.
You two have no idea how dogshit this DLC has been. Well, tape. I
don't, and I will
I
remain
kind
that
of
way.
do know because I still pay attention to some Destiny content creators.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like,
watching people be masochists is just fine. I would
like
say.
Asdacross and Sweatcicle are two I keep an eye on.
Yeah, I would
Asdacross has
say
been playing Arc Raiders
that's
a lot.
fine. I mean, like, he's got to play something else. I'm sure that he's like very upset and wants to do something that doesn't involve like feeling like he's poking his eyes out with a hot stick or some shit like that.
Temp, after Akko reinstalled Destiny 2, she basically lost the moral ground to shame me.
No. I can still again. The idea is if you play the game, you're stupid. But again, I don't feel like there's any qualms with logging in to get pictures specifically so that I can use it to build things in another game.
Like, I'm giving you shit because I can give you shit. But
no, yeah, and that's fine. That's fine.
Anyway,
chat's not allowed to though. Right, chat.
Now,
if you're gonna make fun of me, you might as well pay me first. No, I'm just kidding.
He could do the Arc Raiders. We do have to do an Arc Raiders stream because Akko did buy Arc Raiders.
I do. Mizu would like to play with us though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Don't know when that's gonna be, but probably after I move.
No Temp, just right stream you. No, I was reading from my chat, Internet Zen Master, and that was Gabby that said that. Temp, is Nintendo on the docket, specifically the Galaxy movie? Yes. And Metroid.
Well, here's what I would say. I agree that Ship of Theseus is probably the right way of saying it. Here's what I would say. Eventually, I would say it's really sad to say it, but games typically have like a decade or two, or game studios have like a decade or two where they're good if they do start out good. And, 5 to 10 years are really all you've got with a game company because eventually people are going to get replaced, people walk out, people do different things. And it sucks because that's not really what you want. But that's just the truth of the matter is people leave, people edge themselves out eventually, or the company edges them out eventually.
Yeah.
And not really much you can do about it,
Yep.
People are pissy about the new Metroid NPC. I heard that a lot of people were like saying now that they're not going to buy Metroid.
Even Medicare was saying that.
Well, Medicare hates everything. No, he really doesn't, but that's not true.
But
he loves anime and
I'm going to kind of give my 2 cents right now because we talked about it on Friday as well. As the resident fucking tech nerd, I felt it because this whole thing was, okay, is it worth being stuck on an alien planet with no way to get out or be stuck in a cubicle next to Paul? Which one's better?
Paul? Who's Paul? Oh, is that the name of the guy?
No, it's just a random character that...
okay.
Again, like, it's just a random character. So the idea... Now, we're going to talk about it more later. Metroid Prime 4 has Federation troopers with you on the planet. It's essentially... It's more than a fire team, but it's practically like it's several members of the Federation that got transported to this planet with Samus. So you need to work with all of them to get off the planet. And everyone is not talking about the other characters, exclusively the tech nerd who sounds like a nerd. And now it's woke garbage. You all need to chill the fuck out. But we'll play that clip later so Akko can see it for sure.
No, yes, pretty much.
Anyway, now Sony has put a hard number on the business impact in Sony's Q2 FY 2025 earnings call. Sony recorded an impairment tied to Bungie's Destiny 2 assets and says it has downwardly revised its projections for the near term. The write-off is 31.5 billion yen, roughly 204 million USD at current exchange rates. Sony says Bungie's Destiny 2 is underperforming. This update comes straight from Sony's Q2 financial report 2025, and CFO Lin Tao, during a pre-recorded message shared as part of Sony's financial presentation, Tao said that Destiny 2 has fallen short of what Sony anticipated when it bought Bungie for $3.6 billion in 2022. with a significant portion earmarked for employee retention. She explained that the $31.5 billion yen impairment against a portion of Bungie's intangible and other assets in connection with Destiny 2, along with another 18.3 billion yen expense tied to development cost correction, were the main reasons why PlayStation's gaming segment, Game and Network Services, saw a drop in operating income despite an overall sales during Q2 financial 2025. You can read Lin Tao's comments on the pre-recorded message below. Regarding Destiny 2, partially due to the changes in the competitive environment, the level of sales and the user engagement have not reached the expectation we had at the time of the acquisition of Bungie. While we will continue to make improvements, we downwardly revised the business projection for the time being and recorded an impairment loss against a portion of the assets at Bungie. During the live Q&A portion at the earnings call, Lin Tao was asked whether this impairment could be the start of more write-downs tied to Bungie. She clarified that while the goodwill from the Bungie acquisition is tied to the broader PlayStation segment, and thus wasn't impaired, other Bungie assets like Destiny 2 and Marathon still carry value that could be reduced in the future if they don't perform. This is an impairment.
Basically, what she's saying is there are areas where buying them was still useful, but when it comes to the shit that came with them, it's fucking dog shit, is what they're saying.
Yep, absolutely.
That's brutal.
Essentially, instead of
they don't like my baby.
Oh, yeah, exactly. This is an impairment loss of Bungie's intangible assets, Tao said. These assets are the target for the impairment loss. As for goodwill, that is supported by the whole game segment. So there will not be any impairment loss for goodwill. For this time, Destiny 2's game performance did not reach the expectations we had when we acquired Bungie. We still have some intangible assets, and the question of whether there is still any risk remaining or not. Marathon, which is going to be launched, and Destiny 2, if the performance does not reach what we expect, of course. There is a risk of impairment loss, but we don't believe this will impact the whole game segment, at least at this point in time. Sony acquired Bungie in early 2022 for $3.6 billion, roughly $1.2 billion of which was set aside as retention incentives for Bungie employees. The studio has
never went to them.
Exactly. Allegedly. From what we've heard, that most of that actually went to Pete Parsons.
Yes, for his cars, allegedly.
Yep. The studio has since maintained operational independence, though Sony recently said that Bungie's autonomy is getting lighter as it absorbs more of the Destiny 2 developer. Bungie, meanwhile, is preparing to launch Destiny 2's next major content drop, the Star Wars-themed expansion Renegades, except to arrive on December 2nd. So yeah, do not expect Bungie to live 2026.
I am surprised they've got
I am
far,
too. I was sure they were going to be dead in the water with 2025, but
yeah, no, I kind of treat it like I look at them like I look at Twitch, where I'm just sitting here like, how the fuck are you still here?
Yeah.
What deep dark backroom deal did you make that allowed you to survive? You know.
No, yeah,
and,
absolutely.
Maybe I'll never get the answer for that. I'll be honest with you. It's one of those I have to get to heaven to figure it just out. I have this I have this theory that when you get to heaven, you get to access all the secrets of the world. And there's a lot of little things where I'm just like, I really want to open up the book of life and see what that person was doing on that day on Epstein. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, goodness.
That's not the article I was looking for. We could talk about that, but that wasn't the one I was looking for. Where is it? I swore I put this in our docket.
Oh my god, did I do that perfectly? I don't know why I did that perfectly.
Here it is. Thank you, Tapeworm. So, Destiny 2 Red War copyright lawsuit ends as Bungie reaches full settlement with author.
Now, we should give some backstory just so people understand kind of like where this lawsuit came from. Because even though a lot of people knew this was happening, I don't think everybody knew that like there was a lawsuit in the background that's been going on for, I want to say, like a couple of years at this point. Like this wasn't within the last like 2 or 3 years. It's been with like 5 years.
No,
right?
this case was first filed in October 2024.
Oh, so it was in October. Okay,
yeah, it's
never
been
mind.
just over a year.
Okay, and it settled pretty quickly. It sounds like. Did they ever go to trial, or was it just? Did they just get initial
I
deposition?
don't remember if they did.
Fair.
So, Bungie has fully settled the Destiny 2 Red War copyright lawsuit with writer Matthew Martineau, ending a year-long legal fight. The copyright lawsuit against Bungie over Destiny 2's Red War campaign has finally come to an end. The case was first filed in October 2024 by sci-fi writer Matthew Kelsey Martineau, who claimed Bungie copied major parts of his 2013 to 2014 online stories. He argued that Destiny 2's Red Legion faction, the Red War plot, and several story elements were taken from his work. Once the case survived Bungie's attempt to get it dismissed, it moved into a long discovery process that pulled old campaigns, lore, and even YouTube videos into discussion. I remember that because the actual stuff was gone, so they actually went to content creators to get footage of the damn game they made to back up their case.
You know, if I'm Sony, I'd be suing them for like destroying their content. Be like, bro, this is part of the reason why we bought you, and it's all gone.
Well, they bought Bungie after that happened.
How do you lose the source code for the game you made? You forgot to put it on a floppy disk. That's what happened.
Oh god, a floppy disk. Oh god. Anyway.
All right. There's like 5 or 6 floppy disks that they just lost in transit.
Anyway.
What?
No, sorry. I've been tired all day.
Oh, okay.
As the case went on, Martineau kept expanding his claims. He first added the Curse of Osiris expansion, saying it also overlapped with his original writing. Then early this month, his legal team tried to add the Destiny Grimoire anthology books, saying they recently discovered them and believe they shared even more story beats with his ideas.
This man's claiming everything.
That addition came on top of the narrative claims already targeting the Red Legion, story themes, and world-building elements inside Destiny 2. Now, it appears the entire fight is over. A new filing shows that the lawsuit has been settled in full, all claims are done, and the case will not go to trial. The Red War...
That's a good thing.
Destiny 2
they
Red
would
War
get
lawsuit...
murdered in court.
Yeah, they would have been. Destiny 2 Red War lawsuit, Bungie and Martineau settle all claims according to new court filing. According to a minute entry obtained by the Game Post, a settlement conference was held on November 12th, 2025, in front of Magistrate Judge North. It says the talks were successful and they resulted in the settlement of all claims. A settlement conference was conducted on this date before the undersigned magistrate judge. The filing reads, negotiations were successful and resulted in the settlement of all claims. The court thanks counsel, and the parties for their efforts in bringing this matter to an amicable resolution.
Update, the negotiations did not fall through.
Update, November 14th, 3:28 p.m. PT. A new court filing obtained by the Game Post has now made the settlement official. Judge Susie Morgan has issued an order confirming that all parties have firmly agreed upon a compromise. In this case, the court has dismissed the lawsuit in its entirety without costs. The judge also gave a 60-day window for either side to reopen the case if the settlement falls apart for any reason. The order states that the court is keeping jurisdiction during this 60-day period so it can enforce the settlement if needed. The court having been advised that all parties have firmly agreed upon a compromise in this matter, it is ordered that this action be and is hereby dismissed as to all parties, without cost and without prejudice to the right, upon good cause shown, within 60 days to reopen the action if the settlement is not consummated. The order reads, in addition, the court specifically retains jurisdiction to enforce the settlement agreement if settlement is not consummated within 60 days. This filing confirms that the case is closed on the court's docket with no trial expected unless the settlement fails to be completed within the 60-day window.
So it's not done for 60 more days, basically.
No, like, they've settled, but this is basically there in case Bungie decides to give more money to Pete Parsons instead of the writer.
I thought he was gone.
He is. I'm being sarcastic.
Okay. That's fair.
Original story. At this time, there is no information on the settlement terms. We do not know the amount, whether any non-monetary conditions were included, or how the final agreement treats the Red War, Curse of Osiris, or the Grimoire Anthology. If more documents appear in the case file, we will update this section accordingly.
Chat says, may this last longer than the Middle Eastern ceasefire. Oh, chat, come on now.
This is
You're
not
funny. You're right, but you're...
This is not the only legal issue Bungie has been facing. A separate lawsuit involving former Destiny 2 game director Christopher Barrett is still active. Barrett sued Bungie and Sony, seeking $200 million and accusing Bungie of wrongful termination to avoid paying around $50 million.
I'm sorry, that they just have another lawsuit that
we talked about it. I'm so glad you forgot this one.
Dude, there's so much game news that happens. I do forget about stuff.
I get it.
This is your thing, not mine.
This is my thing, yeah. Barrett was reportedly fired from Bungie after at least 8 female employees came forward and reported that Barrett had made them feel uncomfortable and behaved inappropriate toward them.
Misconduct.
Yeah, and I don't know if like he did that or not. He says he didn't, but as far as like this lawsuit, this one's pretty much done and dusted.
For now.
Yeah.
We have 60 days until it's done.
Dew was basically trying to claim IP on the concept of a coalition of aliens in the style of the Roman Empire with a tyrannical ruler. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, and yeah, that's not great. I guess we'll talk.
He won.
He won. Yeah. Now, admittedly, there might have been very specific details in that lined up too well. I don't know. I have not read his stories.
I'm gonna be honest. We probably. I kind of want to see at least some of it.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't know.
Our final thing for Bungie for the day, because we have the TWAB on Thursday. Bungie calls Edge of Fate the wrong path for Destiny 2, saying the power and tier grind will never be a substitute for earning a trophy, and that the system clearly failed. Bungie has admitted the Destiny 2's Edge of Fate update pushed the game in the wrong direction, confirming major changes to power, gear tiers, and progression as part of the newly revealed Renegades content calendar. Destiny 2 has been through a rough few months. You don't say.
You don't exactly.
Bungie is finally saying the quiet part out loud with the release of the new Renegades content calendar. The studio openly admits that Edge of Fate's entire vision for progression, power grinds, gear tiers, and the portal was simply the wrong direction for the game. The update launched.
That was the most recent expansion.
Yes, this was the one that came out at the beginning of the year, pretty much.
Okay.
The update launched with a huge push towards climbing gear tiering, tedious power level grind, and heavily relying on the portal for new rewards. On paper, this was supposed to refocus Destiny 2 for our releases and player to call to action on a familiar but deeper pursuit of power. Instead, the game broke down almost immediately. Edge of Fate shipped with bugs, rewards not dropping correctly, Armor 3.0 issues, and an overall system that felt more like homework than fun. Many players complain that the portal feels like a chore. Now, as part of the new Renegades content calendar, Bungie is finally explaining what went wrong and what's changing.
They have to do that every fucking expansion, you know.
They do. Because again, here's the thing. Final Shape did very well. Edge of Fate did very bad. And I have a sneaky suspicion that Renegades will actually do fairly well. Because Bungie always does one good, one bad, one good, one bad, one good, one bad. Which means Renegades will succeed, and the one after Renegades will fail because they got complacent. Again, there is a pattern to Bungie's madness.
Okay. Listen. That's assuming that they get something after Renegades, my man.
It is assuming.
You're assuming that a lot.
I think until Sony announces the closure of Bungie, we should assume that.
Fair, I guess.
Anyway, Bungie works in the same way that Microsoft does. Windows 8 was good, bad. Windows 8.1 was good. Actually, okay, I'm going to say Windows 8 in general was bad. Windows 10 was good. Windows 11 is bad, which means we can only, hopefully, assume Windows 12 will be good. We don't know, but...
I know a lot of people are just switching to Linux right now, so... Am I late and gay? Yes.
So, again, Bungie follows that pattern, and that pattern is not good. Because if Bungie... Here's the thing, is it's not really hard to figure out the puzzle, Bungie. If you found the system that works for you, keep doing that. Now, admittedly, I can't give them faults entirely for Lightfall. Lightfall's story is a pile of horse shit that should not exist. But Lightfall
It was written in 2 days, you know.
Huh?
It was written in like 2 days or whatever. So.
Yeah, I know. Lightfall's story was a pile of horse shit. But Lightfall did also make a lot of systems in the game better. I think playing the game as a game was really good during Final Shape. Or not Final Shape. Lightfall. And Final Shape was the same way. But... Edge of Fate's bad, and the seasons for Final Shape, I'm sorry, were bad.
I can't remember. Did you play Edge of Fate at all?
No. Tapeworm did, but I didn't.
Fair.
Lightfall, the year of filler. Yes, it was.
Yes.
Anyway, the feedback made it clear that this was the wrong path for Destiny. In the new post, Bungie doesn't try to sugarcoat things. The studio says the entire power and tier grind simply wasn't fun or meaningful. Instead of feeling like you were earning something special, you were just climbing through throwaway tiers to get to the gear you actually wanted. The portal also pulled too much of the game's sense of exploration away, turning progression into a loop that didn't feel like Destiny. With Edge of Fate, we presented a different vision for the future of Destiny 2's core game. Bungie said, one intended to refocus our releases and player call to action on a familiar but deeper pursuit of power and ascending to higher tiers of gear across a wider range of activities, supporting customizable challenge and concert. Brain, I need you to function, please. Commensurate rewards. Very quickly, the feedback made it clear that this was the wrong path for Destiny. Even if our execution had been perfect, we see plainly that it was not. It is clear that grinding power will never be a substitute for earning a trophy. Climbing through throwaway tiers en route to the gear you want to build around isn't aspirational, and the portal itself surrenders too much of Destiny's feeling of place and exploration. These lessons, and many others besides them, has been taken to heart by our team over the last 3 months. I will believe it when I see it. According to the studio, the last 3 months have been entirely focused on fixing the updates, or has been entirely focused on fixing this. Updates.
Are you alright?
Yes.
Alright, you just...
I read forward without seeing the period.
Oh my gosh, you are autistic.
According to the studio, the last 3 months have been entirely focused on fixing this. Updates from 9.0 through 9.1.5 were all about speeding up rewards, improving drop rates, increasing player choice, and making it easier to play with your friends without worrying about power gaps. Alongside this, Bungie laid out what's coming next with Renegades. Update 9.5.0 launches on December 2nd with the full campaign, the Lawless Frontier activity, an exotic mission, the new Blaster's weapon type, the Praxic Exotic Blade, and the new Equilibrium dungeon, releasing on December 13th.
They're releasing a new type of gun?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
It's hand cannons, but it's a new archetype.
Okay.
Power catch-up is being simplified. Seasonal power now carries forward, and the vault is getting a much-needed 300 slot increase with proper sorting tools. Hey, Dado, it's time to start going through people's vaults again. Universal exotic armor ornaments are also finally here. Yeah, that's a thing.
Wait, they're doing universal... Oh, that's not good. I don't like that.
Yeah, every armor ornament can now have... Or every exotic armor can have an exotic armor ornament of anything in that tier. So say you're running...
validating a lot of...
Say you're running Aeon grips, or Aeon whatever, those ones. But you could run like Liar's Handshake, armor skins on that instead.
Again, that just kind of invalidates a lot of why people buy, because some people buy the ornaments because the regular weapon itself looks like shit. So I don't know how I feel about that.
It's amazing watching Temp come crawling back to Destiny on his hands and knees like a better wife. Excuse me, Victus. That's false. We're talking about the news, not me going back to this godforsaken game.
Damn, Victus, come on now. You have to wait a week or two before before you say that about Temp.
But yeah, Renegades is the thing. Again, I will believe when I see it. There's people in both our communities that play the game still, so well, I guess we'll hear from them how it goes.
We'll hear.
Age of Fate was okay. Not a strong start to the new saga, though. Temp almost activated Bimbo mode. Oh, no. Ugh. So, yeah. Sony's not looking at Bungie too highly. They settled in court, and they said they've learned their lesson, which they clearly have not, because it's Bungie, and they've said this several times in the past.
Yeah, how many times have they said they've learned their lesson? And how often do you wait until you decide that you're no longer gonna listen to that same abusive act? You know?
Everyone over here bullying Temp while they're not playing the game? Me? Yes, Tapeworm. Oh, shit.
It's a good use of the clown emote.
It is. Is this still here, or what? Did they remove this post? They did not. Oh, good. Now I want to add context. I tried going to Apple's Twitter and I could not find verification of this. In fact, you want to see how much Apple has posted on Twitter?
I'm sorry. Wait, they don't post.
They don't post shit. Like, not even replies. They don't post shit.
That's probably the best thing for them, honestly.
It is, yes.
But going back to this other post, am I understanding correctly? They want $230 for a pocket. Okay, so for those that don't know, women don't have pockets because women don't have pockets.
They choose not to have pockets. There's a difference.
Women don't have pockets. They have purses. And so for Apple to solve this first world problem, they are selling a $200 strap that you can use for your phone instead of putting it into a fucking purse.
Yeah.
Did I see that Rosie complained about Twitch again? Okay.
But
I'll take a look.
But Occo,
I'm not gonna bring it up tonight though.
They're getting pink and purple and orange.
I don't care.
Fucking Apple. This is just a sock with a slit in it. It is.
Oh, Rosie deleted the post. If she complained, she deleted it. It looks like chat. Oh wait, nope.
Looks like a tube sock.
Sorry, go ahead.
Cut down the middle. It
does look like a tube. Exactly.
Like,
I like how the first post
saying how they intend for you to hold it. And also, I just realized something about this image. Look at her shirt. Look at the seams on that shirt.
Is she wearing that shirt?
She's wearing that shirt inside out.
Is that a new fashion thing?
I don't know.
I don't keep up with fashion. I'm still like you know, as a dude, I like to. I kind of want to like. You know those guys that when they go out and they go like places, they like wear jackets now. Not like jackets, but like those cool ones, and not even like not the ones that are like Sunday school ones, but or like pursuit ones, but just like jackets that look nice. I want a jacket like that, just because it looks cool, and maybe I'm like previous decade in what looks cool, but like, is this a new style? Is what I'm asking is this a new style? don't get it. I don't get it at all. Also, I think you're muted.
Oh, I am. Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, I would say you can see the nipple points. You can't see the nipple points, but you can see her, like, where obviously her tits are. But I can't tell if the shirt's inside out, because in some places it looks like it's not, but in some places it looks like it is. That's weird. Anyway, there's a comment here that's great. I'm gonna bring this over. This is a $230 pocket for your phone, and it was stitched by some kid in a Chinese sweatshop for $2.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's probably AI. You're probably right. It probably is AI.
Wait, are you saying that this could be fake?
No. I think this is real, because this is 100% an Apple thing to do.
Right. That's why I'm just like, yeah.
But this image could be AI.
An unfashionable Gyaru, false Gyaru.
Imagine if she was using piercings. Oh no.
Monger has something to say about this. Yes.
But yeah, this is funny. This is fucking stupid. This is Apple.
It's just like, because like here's the thing. I am already making projections for things I'd like to get next year for my self-hosting journey I want to work on.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, this costs this much money, this costs this much. I want to buy a dream machine, which costs $500, but it's like literally everything I ever could want as a router. I think to myself, okay, that's a lot of money for a very expensive piece of machinery that's going to last me years. When I look at something like this, I'm like, man, that doesn't sound so expensive anymore.
I want to add on to the context as well. I recently bought a Steam Deck XL on sale for just over $200. I bought a Stream Deck XL for less than it costs to buy this.
Well, you didn't buy it. Your dad bought 2 of them.
He bought 2 of them. Yes.
He bought 2 of them.
He bought 2
now,
of them.
I can't say anything because I want 2 Xenon Edges for my computer. So I'm not gonna complain or try and say that I'm better, because I'm not. Oh, excuse me. But it's just funny that he bought 2 of them.
I mean, he bought one for himself, and he just asked me, he's like, hey, do you want one? And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say no.
No, yeah, I mean, like,
if he's offering, I'm not gonna say no.
Why didn't he wait until Black Friday?
It was already on sale. It was like a $50
Oh, it was already on sale.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
If it wasn't on sale, I wouldn't have told him to buy that. I would have told him to wait for Black Friday. But it was already on like $50 off.
Speaking of Black Friday, chat, in 4 days, I am told that Amazon is starting their Black Friday sales.
Yes. I actually saw a commercial for that today.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went out to eat today, and they have TVs up where they
Oh,
where I
okay.
went out to eat.
I was just like, you don't have cable TV, what the fuck?
No, but where I went out to eat, they had cable TV.
Yeah.
Black Friday is all month long now. It is, and that's stupid.
It is. But listen, if I can get good deals on server components from them, I 100% will, because I would like that. I'm already planning, once I move and once I solidify my job, which I'm pretty sure is going to happen, but once I get down there and get going, I'm going to buy the server rack chassis, and then once I fill that up so my current plan is I'm going to buy the server rack chassis first. Then I'm not going to buy the actual like rack itself until I like have more than just the chassis to put on there, you know?
Right.
So I'm going to buy that. Then I'm going to buy the Dream Machine and a 24 port patch panel. And then I think I'm going to buy a battery backup as well, because you need a battery backup for all of this shit.
Yep.
And just go from there, you know?
Well, go ahead and read supers. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay, I can do that. I had a few here that weren't read out in the beginning. By the way, thank you, chat. I was going to set a goal, but the goal button is broken. It's unfortunately doesn't work anymore. YouTube broke it. A raid? Am I being raided right now? I was rated. Killer Smile, thank you for the raid. Welcome, welcome. Very much appreciated. Hope you're having a good day today. Okay, we'll start at the top here. Mix Skittles, thank you for being a member for 9 months. Mercenary for 10. Hey guys, you know what the worst part about being me is? The fact I see conspiracies being true. I see proof of it. When I point it out, no one listens. Hey, I listen to you. I just might not outwardly say I listen. But I do listen to you. Mercenary again says, be ready to see some of the deep state not make it to the end of the month. Also, by February, we're going to get a rug pull. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, but hopefully, I'm going to be honest with you. I am like just a little bit upset with the government right now. Granted, I didn't vote for either side. So, you know, I feel like I'm allowed to just say, yeah, I'm glad I didn't vote for anybody because now I don't have any buyer's remorse. Feel bad for all the people that do have buyer's remorse, but like I don't feel any. Mercenary again for 5 says, now enough about that. I want to hear about DoorDash failing tonight. All day long, this stupid system has been wonky since last night. Internet as well. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. The internet has been very wonky for me recently. And it's not just been like connecting to websites. It's been just in general, it's been sucky. You know, and I don't know why. But yeah, I'm sorry that happened. Mr. Pickman for 199, quote, not legally, but yes, unquote. Internet Zen for 5 says, given how bad things are going for Bungie, I would not be shocked if they manage to screw this up and the case gets reopened. Yes, if Bungie continues the way they're going, they could get themselves the death penalty for Pete Parsons. Well, that would just be funny. Oh, fuck. And then Artamos for 5, Halo is crap and Bungie is currently crap. You think if Bungie was still making Halo, would the game be good and would the studio be good like before? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. All right, before we move on, I did mention, somebody asked me why I am self-hosting. Because I want to. And I'm not going to like try and self-host a YouTube channel. I am going to like back up all of my video as in content. Oh, hold on, we're going to wait for this to go through. Thank you for the 5. Yeah, I guess I should say, like, you know, would I have voted for him? I don't know. Probably. In my personal opinion, like, I have just become kind of disillusioned for voting. I still think that Trump was better than the alternative. So, you know, if you want me to say I wish the other guy got in, no, I didn't really want Harrison either. I just saw him as really the lesser of two evils, and I'm willing to say that, but still kind of glad I didn't vote. That's just my personal opinion. All right, that's just my personal opinion. But anyway, going back to self-hosting, I have this dream where I can self-host all of my own stuff, like back it up, because I want to. Because I think the idea of being able to have all my content, even the content that I think is very cringy and gay, I feel like that is that's worth doing. You know, unfortunately, none of the Facebook videos will get archived because all of those were probably deleted when I deleted the Facebook page. But you know, there's not really much you can do about that. But yeah, I do want to self-host, and in fact, since I brought up what I want to buy, let me show you, chat, what I want to buy in here. I will share my screen with you, Temp, just in case you want to show people.
Okay.
So this is the Dream Machine by Ubiquity, or is it the Ubiquity Dream Machine? This is basically a firewall, and it is basic. Oh, my brain doesn't want to work right now. It's a router. It's your internet router, basically. This is a $500 internet router that is for your server rack, basically.
Yeah. I've actually seen these. Where
I'm sure you've probably worked with them before.
No, I have not. Where I have seen them, though, I have said it on the. Whenever we talk about tech, I usually bring up Linus Tech Tips, but I really do enjoy watching their AMD Ultimate $5,000 setup videos, whatever. Yeah. And I have seen plenty of people when they're like in their teams buy one of these.
Yeah, these are really cool things here. Like I said, this thing is a firewall. It is also a router. It also like this is basically like if you had fiber optic cable, this is where you would plug it in. And I don't know. I think it
It's a
looks really
switch.
cool.
Yes.
Yeah. It is kind of a switch, but I'm not going to use this as the switch because it doesn't have a lot of ports. And in fact, the one I'm going to buy that's slightly cheaper has even less ports than this. But it's got your WAN, it's got your in WAN ports that are going to be super duper useful. And my plan is I'm going to get this. Then they also have a 24 and 48. I'm not going to get the 48. I thought about it and I was like, am I actually ever going to need 48 ports for my for this? And my thought was like, no, I don't think I ever will. But I'm going to get like a switch port for this as well because I need one because I know I'm going to have a lot of devices that are going to require Ethernet eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Like my eventual plan is to get a 48U tall server rack, and I am going to be running. My plan is I want to run some AI stuff. Eventually, I want to run the server. I want to run a game server, maybe 2 of them. I want to run the media server for myself and my family, self backups and stuff. Is this for home use? It can be. Yes. Do you have that much power in a router? It doesn't need. Listen, it does take power, but it doesn't take as much. It doesn't take more power. Actually, I think it shows it right here. It takes 180 watts, which that's not much more than a regular. Regular computers now go upwards of 500 to 1,000 watts. But like that, my goal is to just have this as my router, and then I'm gonna have. Actually, I think it shows it right here. Yeah, there's a professional. You can get the switch. And if you get a switch with PoE, then you can run cameras on it, which I'm not gonna do. I am gonna get like a camera for my room, but the camera. That's not what I'm gonna do. But yeah, basically, these are for data centers or for businesses that want to run cameras and shit, or just for people that want to run a whole bunch of stuff. Or it can be for home use as well, because I know a lot of tech YouTubers that I'm following that have one of these in their system. And it was the first thing that was recommended because Amal has a friend that that is into tech too, and this is what he recommended to me. So I'm gonna get one of these. Probably not the super duper expensive one, because there is a super duper expensive one. I am probably going to. I'm either gonna go with the special edition or the pro edition. The difference there's a few differences. Like the pro edition just has the 8 gigabit ports. The special edition one has PoE ports, and I really don't care about PoE ports. Like PoE ports are like a cool idea, but like I really don't have anything right now that I would consider running as needing for PoE. You know what PoE is, right? Right, Temp?
Yeah.
Okay. Because like for those that don't know, PoE is like power over Ethernet. I believe is the right way of it. I'm not like perfect in my terms, but basically you get power from the Ethernet plug, and you use that for cameras that need to have like low to no power. You can use it for phone jacks as well. You can also get a specific hat for your Raspberry Pis and then run your power through a Raspberry Pi as well, which I thought of, but I'm not like super duper interested in running my Pis off of PoE. You know, my plan is eventually to use my Pis for little things that you really don't need a gigantic computer for, and I'll probably just be fine running normal power through them, but we'll see. I know PoE is like the big thing for some tech people, and I'm debating how I want to do it. But yeah, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get like a 24 port, 24 48 port. I'm gonna get the DC power backup that they have with this too, which is also expensive. It's not like an immediate buy, but I do need to get a battery backup for my system. But yeah, chat, this is something I'm getting eventually. And I think it looks really cool. They also have drive bays as well. They have the NASA's that are made for putting in stuff. And I was debating if I wanted to get one one of their NASAs because it looks cool. However, I've been reading some reviews, and the NASAs that they produce aren't that. Unfortunately, they're not that good. But yeah. Anyway, that's really like that's my autistic fixation right now is building a server with having this thing at the top.
Like an iPhone cord, it can transfer data and electricity at the same time. Yep.
Mm-hmm. You just got to have the right connect. It's got to be made for it, and you got to have the right adapter for it if it's not made for it. Most cameras probably will have that ability for it, if that makes sense.
No, yeah.
Ah, shit, what happened to the... Continue.
So, we've been hearing a lot of stuff out of Japan lately. With the new prime minister and how things are already kind of improving over there. They're doing
Allegedly.
mass deportations.
Mm-hmm.
But now, from Otaku News Insider, no interference on creative works. Japan's Ministry of Economy, Trade, and Industry
It's not showing it, Tim.
Oh, it's not showing it?
No, it's not.
There. How about now? Oh, nope, you know what? I figured out why it's not showing it.
You want another window? Is that why?
Yep.
Yeah, can't do that.
This is a bad one to have too. Anyway, it's fine. Doesn't matter. We're good. Japan's Ministry of Economy and Trade and Industry has proposed new policy guidelines to boost the global reach of anime, games, manga, film, and music while protecting creators' freedom. The plan emphasizes large-scale support, direct funding, and a firm commitment to respecting the creative vision of artists. METI hopes to expand Japan's content market overseas to 20 trillion yen, or $130 billion USD, by 2033, giving creators the freedom to innovate and grow the industry internationally. What this means is Japan is basically wanting to do everything themselves and no longer work with localizers.
Interesting. Okay. No, I see that. It took me a moment to
realize what this was talking about.
Yeah, so they're basically saying the West is not allowed to interfere with
exactly.
our shit, basically.
Yes, pretty much. So this is very, very good. We might not even see the effects of this until 2033, but they are in the process of making this work.
It's gonna take that long. Oh.
It might depend on the studio.
Because I'm sure some of them have contractual obligations to get things done.
Exactly.
A certain way, but eventually.
Yeah, exactly. They're not like by this standard, it basically means they want this to completely be done and over with by 2033. We will probably see some of this a lot sooner, but they want everyone in Japan to kind of have not to worry about this by 33, which is fine. Because I don't expect a lot of because look how many years it took for us to get to where we are now. Not saying it's a good thing, but like they were already trying to push bridge and DEI and shit on us before, and then COVID happened, and they were able to expedite it. But they were in the process of doing that for years already. And this is just kind of the same thing in reverse. So they're gonna be slow going at it. So unless something happens, it allows them to accelerate it. But at this moment in time, this is the timeline they're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
Which is good.
Yeah, I would agree.
And, okay, I will admit, this does not mean no more DEI bullshit. Period. I think this also will allow people... But... Well, hold on. While yes, this does inherently mean no DEI. I don't know if this means if say I'm gonna throw out a name out there. Let's say Shueisha or Aniplex. Sony. Let's say Shueisha wanted to work with translators in America. if Shueisha did not basically keep those translators on a leash, those translators could still be allowed to do what they want. But what this does mean is Japan wants no Western interference. This does not bar them from having Western interference, though. If that company wants to work with Western, like, people.
Uh-huh.
So, again, I don't, because there's some people in Japan that really like the woke side things and DEI and I don't know why they're weird.
Some of them do.
Yeah.
Some of them do, but I think a majority of them don't.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I was going to talk about another censorship thing, but I think this is a great segue into we're talking about Square Enix.
Oh yeah, so Square Enix. So I think we briefly mentioned this last week.
Yes, we did. So Square is basically laying off a whole lot of people right now from America and Europe.
Mm-hmm.
We had glimpses of this last week. We talked about it last week. But now we have specifics.
And they fired basically everybody that a lot of people were hoping that they would fire.
Yes. So, global brand manager at Square Enix External Studio, Anne-Lou Grabois Favreau, has been laid off. She was a star mentor at the lobbying agency Limit Break Mentorship, along with Final Fantasy XVI actor Ben Starr. It seems Square Enix voice actors are also aligning with these ideologies. So this is Anne-Lou Grabois Favreau from Paris. She was a Limit Break mentor in 2023 and was called back as a star mentor in 2024.
What is that?
I have no idea. I think that's the organization she was a part of.
I see.
Originally from Paris, I moved to the UK after obtaining a master's degree in marketing. I specialized in creative campaigns with experience with events, social media management, and sometimes filming cats.
Oh my god.
She was the brand lead for the Just Cause franchise, which also went down. I spent over a year at the Square Enix Collective as a marketing lead for Power Wash Simulator and Little Goody Two Shoes.
Oh. Why do I feel like I don't know. I just feel weird about her.
On the eve of my 5th anniversary at Square Enix, I'm sad to announce I've left the external studios team.
They fired her on her anniversary.
Yeah. I've met a lot of exceptional people and made some lifelong friends. It's been an emotional goodbye for me, but it was time to move on. Speaking of moving on, I've also relocated permanently to France. Ew.
Oh, she's moved.
Why would
that's fine. She can stay over there.
She was from Paris, so.
Thank you for the 5. Corpse, then stuff. Oh, I see what you did there. Yeah, I am never somebody that believes in life ruination. I do believe if you do a horrible job at your job, then you probably should get fired from your job. It's kind of like my that's kind of like my mentality of it, and I just believe based off of how these people have acted, they've done a pretty shitty job at their job.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't care if that, like, it's like, when you see a coworker that you're like, oh, they got fired. Oh, they were doing a horrible job. Oh, well, I just don't care. And based off of how she was working, I would say she did a pretty bad job at her job, honestly.
Mm-hmm. So she's permanently relocated to France after 11 years in the UK. So if you have my UK phone number, it's about to be turned off. Feel free to reach out for the French one. I want to give a few special shout outs to the people who helped guide me in my career at Square. Richard Churchill was my first manager and picked me out of, I hear, hundreds of people to work with him, for which I will forever be grateful. We had some tough times, but good ones too. John Brook saw something in me and recruited me to be part of his team of brand nerds to work on some really exciting products, giving me invaluable training and kind of personal insight. It's been a privilege to learn from him. Finally, I wouldn't be who I am without the incredible Timea Edvi, who took me under her wing to become a better leader it's very special to have worked alongside a woman in the leadership role who strives to make a real difference. And Limit Break mentorship. And I'm wondering if, because admittedly, this thing from Pirate Nation right here that the reunion replied to. Narrative designer from Square Enix, previously Life is Strange terminated, part of organization called Limit Break Mentorship. I'm noticing a trend already.
Lobbying agency for marginalized people in the games industry.
Yeah.
One of these.
It's sad to see that Ben is a part of this.
They don't. Yeah.
But this might be a union thing.
Here's what bothers me. All right. Here's what bothers me. He has literally joined an organization that wants to decapitate him.
Yeah. Again, this might be a union thing where he just can't get out of it. Or
you're assuming the best.
I'm assuming
I don't assume the best of Hollywood anymore.
No, I don't either. But he's not the only one. Sorry, she. Because this wasn't about Ben. This was about
no, Ben is still a part, still a voice actor. He's not like part of Square.
He's still working with Square, at least as far as we assume. But the next one, Hinano Akiyama, a Japanese English interpreter and translator for the Square Enix Western branch, has been laid off. She was responsible for translating and interpreting internal and external communications between the two branches, along with interviews for the media. She very well may be a lot of the problems that we had in Square to begin with for a long time.
Is she bad? I'm not familiar.
So, her job experience was translate and interpret internal and external communications between various cross-functional teams in both directions between Japanese and English. Interpretations for interviews featured in Tribeca Film Festival, The New York Times, NPR, Variety, Game Informer, and more. Okay. So this is what she said. After 3.5 unforgettable years, my journey with Square Enix has come to a close as part of the recent restructuring, and what a chapter it's been. From the electrifying energy at the Game Awards 2024 and the storytelling magic of Tribeca's festival Final Fantasy VII Rebirth panel to the deeply passionate all-star cast of voice actors and devs at New York City Comic Con and Otakon, I've been honored to stand at the crossroads between two cultures and languages, helping creators, media, artists, teams, and audiences truly understand one another. It's a rare and special kind of joy, translating not just words, but the spark behind them. The emotion, the timing, the soul. I'll always be grateful for every conversation, every eruption of laughter on stage and in the crowd, and every moment that has allowed me to bring genuine, heartfelt stories into the world that may have touched and inspired someone. As I look towards what's next, I'm open to new translation and live interpretation opportunities, whether short-term, long-term, or event-based, particularly in entertainment, film, TV, gaming, animation. And in arts and culinary storytelling, I'm excited to continue my journey in translation, which in itself is so much more than simply interpreting the words. We're equal parts cultural experts, strategists, diplomats, mediators, publicists, confidants, and dare I say, an absolute necessity to any space for ideas, art, and emotion travel across the borders. Thank you to everyone who's been part of this journey. It's been an absolute honor and delight.
Interesting. Person in the reply says that the interpreter is just a fancy word for convincing Japan about. They say progressive, but my assumption is that like her job is just to tell Japan, hey, this is what people in the West are interested in.
Exactly.
That could be wrong. I could be completely.
But that's also wrong, very true. In fact, an interpreter, in other words, one of the people who kept convincing the Japan side that all this progressive crap is what's popular in the West, rather than being forced into the mainstream, despite being widely hated by the general public. Good riddance.
How do we know that's the case, though?
We don't.
Okay, so that person could be bullshitting.
Here's another big one. Nirali Moda, marketing manager at Square Enix, has been laid off. She worked on Dragon Quest III HD Remaster, which included Type AB body types. Being a person of color and a woman in the industry, I feel it's important to represent my heritage and make my voice heard.
Your heritage is A, B. I don't think that's exactly what she did, but like.
No, but she is from the UK offices.
Oh.
So I don't know.
Open to work.
I don't know if. Oh, she was a part of the marketing for like Marvel's Avengers. Ugh. Ugh.
Here, you talk about this for a moment. I need to use the restroom. We'll be back in a few minutes. All right.
Okay. So she was the marketing manager full time from October 2024. Led strategic marketing and campaign planning for Square Enix's Dragon Quest portfolio across Western territories, managed the creation and delivery of multi-channel marketing assets in collaboration with internal and external teams across Europe, North America, and Japan, managed campaign planning, KPI tracking, and budget management, provided Western market insights to influence product positioning and communications, acted as product advocate, and leveraging consumer research and competitive analysis to create bespoke campaigns for target audiences. We can see why she was let go. Now, the reunion did clarify. I want to clarify, she was not the direct cause for the type A/B body types from her LinkedIn provided in the screenshots. She was a marketing manager who worked on the title and used Western marketing input to create campaigns for a target audience. So she was not directly involved in this, but she probably had some sway into making this happen. So use that with what you will. Was it DK or DQ3's main character and established character, Erdrick? Yes. No, Erdrick. God, which one was it? I think Erdrick was the first game. Or first or second. The Mahdi audience that never existed. Exactly. Exactly. But, here we are. Let's see. We have the next one. We'll wait for Occo to get back, because this one is real interesting. I'll take a drink of water while I'm waiting. Which one was Erdrick? No. Rank. Dragon Quest. I think it's described as Erdrick as like the hero of heroes. Like, I don't know if he's ever actually been playable. I could be wrong though. While we wait, chat, shock the dog. Don't shock the dog. I'm innocent here. I'm innocent. Do not shock the dog. So we should shock Atari then. Exactly. Shock Atari. Otep, I know you mentioned Alice Madness Returns last week. Well, apparently there's a patch called the Madness patch that released recently, which fixes the issue in the PC version. Interesting. Is it a patch or is it a mod? I would assume it's a mod. No, we shocked them both. God damn it. I guess this is a great opportunity to do this, chat. Where is this? Because my stream deck is not working again. Chat, if you enjoy the content I produce, I would greatly appreciate it if you have to like, subscribe, hit the bell for more notifications, join the Discord as the best place to know when I go live, and follow me over on Twitter, because I post there and we would do fun stuff. I actually recently talked about Senra Kagura today, so you should do that. And we are well over past 100 members, and we're actually 19 subs away, last time I looked, from hitting 700 subs on YouTube. So I greatly appreciate the continued support for everything that we have done. So thank you so much, chat. Man, Akko's taking a while. Growing kind of fast after 500. Yeah, yo, I am. Absolutely. At 1,000 subs, we actually will be doing a Sonic character Smasher Pass tier list per Akko's idea. And I agreed to it. So we'll be doing that at 1,000. I've not made any plans for 700, mostly because I still have to finish my 600 sub goal, which is Crow Country. So we might do something for 700 if I finish Crow Country beforehand. If not, we might plan something for 800. Akko fell in. Akko probably did fall in. At 1,000 Sonic Smasher pass, but every time Temp is wrong, Akko shocks him. No! What's the point of a tier list then?
My apologies about that.
Chat, Akko didn't fall in.
No. I had to grab something too. But I am so sorry about that.
No, you're fine. We stopped reading. We finished reading this, but I wanted to wait to move on until you got back.
Well, I appreciate that. You could have moved on, but I appreciate that.
So the next one, I think this one's pretty interesting.
Okay.
Sandra Chow, global campaign lead and senior marketing manager at Square Enix, says her role is at risk and has most likely been affected by the layoffs. She is a current ambassador for Women in Games, a company fighting for fair, equal, and safe gaming environment for women, or for girls and women. She needs to go. I can tell you right now.
Oh, okay. So she's not gonna be fired, but she says that her role is at risk.
Yes.
My guess is that she was told, "Hey, you're probably gonna be fired."
Exactly. Or you're going to be fired unless you start cleaning up your act.
Right.
So I had a sneaking suspicion that once we started hearing about the Square's push to go multi-platform, that something was in the air with the company. Because that was really weird.
What do you mean?
Because Square had really been exclusive platforms for several years. Basically ever since the first Final Fantasy. They've been mostly like one company or another. But now they're going completely multi-platform, and I've heard rumors that they're actually breaking their contract with Sony. So the finale of the Final Fantasy VII remake trilogy is actually going to be multi-platform on launch.
Really?
Yes.
Like just at launch.
That's what I'm hearing. They obviously Square has not confirmed that themselves, so it's just a rumor. But we had that, and then we had Dawn Trail, and I think Dawn Trail might have actually been a big turning point for them.
Do you think they just realized, oh fuck, we actually need to do
when Final Fantasy XIV is their cow, essentially.
Yeah.
And it did very, very bad.
It was their moo cow.
It still is their moo cow.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had the localization, where Dawn Trail didn't do great in all territories. It did actually kind of sputter out even in other territories, but the Western market was where it really, really hit like a boulder straight in the face. And we can thank Wooklomot for that, and very specifically the localization in the American version. And then we had patch 7.0 and 7.1, which was just kind of, but why?
But why indeed?
And then 7.2 and 7.3 were, they almost felt like they had gone back to Endwalker style writing. I was actually talking with some people in the Final Fantasy, like people in my circle that play 14.
Because I don't.
Because you don't. Yeah, exactly.
Not really. I mean, I want to. I just need the mood.
And I asked them, it's like, does it feel like there was a change in writer? And all of them, everyone I talked to said yes. 7.2 and 0.3 really felt like a change in writers.
Right.
And then we got reports, and I think it has been confirmed now that the lead localizer for Final Fantasy 14 has been fired or laid off.
Right.
And she was replaced by a bald white guy.
We'll see if he does his job better, I guess.
We will.
Oh, goodness.
So there's really not much to go over here. I only care if he does a better
job than she does.
Yeah.
All we know is that she's afraid that she's going to get fired.
She is afraid she's going to get fired. And then, I think this actually might be a really big one. Yusuke Haruguchi, localization project manager in the JP branch, seems to be affected by the Square Enix layoffs. He stated they take into account overseas cultures and trends and even consult with the development team to change the character appearances and game content. So he has actually worked on the, looks like Pixel remasters.
Okay.
He worked on Harvest. Well, he is the localization producer for these.
Okay. So he was in charge of it.
He was in charge of localization, just overall. Okay. He was the rating advisor for Harvestella. He was the rating advisor for Chrono Cross, the Radical Dreams edition. And he was a quality assurance for Oninaki. But most of his work seems to be on the Pixel remasters, which I played on my channel. There's VODs for all of those if anyone wants to watch those.
Were they good?
I liked them. I thought they were good.
Okay.
But the problem is like, he really couldn't fuck up very much, because I think people would really notice, because the Pixel remasters were remasters of the original 6 games. Right. People were going to notice.
Can't really... Yeah, you can't really fuck them up without people noticing.
Exactly.
To be honest, you can't really fuck anything up without anybody noticing. But
right, but these games were already existed at one point in time, several times over. So people were going to notice.
I see what you're saying. So like, if they fuck them up, we would know.
Exactly.
Because we can very easily look back at what was already presented.
Like the Dragon Quest III HD 2D remaster, that one, admittedly, people might not have noticed if they hadn't censored Toriyama's designs.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because that game had been gone for several years. So, I don't know. What is the appeal of working at our company? One of the great attractions of working at our company is its rich international atmosphere. In particular, in the localization division, staff from a variety of countries, including Europe and the United States, work together in the same office, creating an environment where many different languages are spoken every day. I'm used to it now, but when I first joined the company, there were times when I wondered, is this really Japan? You can work in a global environment and utilize your language skills while still being in Japan. One of the missions of the localization division is to create a quality game that overseas users will not recognize as a Japanese game. We do not simply translate or dub the audio, we pay close attention to the smallest details, taking into account overseas cultures and trends, and in some cases, we consult with the development team to change character appearances and game content. I think one of the attractions of our job is working with the translators in the department to ensure the games the development team scratches or creates from scratch are 100 or 120 points for overseas users. So, he states the localization division The staff from share of countries. Well, we talked about that. We read that one. But one major difference between Lock Project Manager and the development's team's project manager is that they must communicate extensively in English and must always view the game from the perspective of overseas users and markets. In projects that are deployed not only domestically but also overseas, the localization project manager acts as an intermediary between the localization team, development team, and overseas branch quality assurance teams and publishers to manage the progress of localized version production. Production. Simply put, that is the role of a localization project manager. You can think of it as being similar to the work of a development team project manager. There are many similarities in the way the work is carried out, and once a plan for the production as an overseas version is drawn up, the first thing they do is formulate the overseas production schedule and budget, and then proceed once they have agreed on it with the project side. They work closely with translators in the localization division, as well as producers, directors, and section leaders on the development side. For larger projects, the staff can number more than 100 people during intensive development periods. As the number of languages supported on the localization side increases, dozens of translators may be involved. One major difference between them and the development team's project managers is that they must communicate extensively in English and always view the game from the perspective of overseas users and markets. When realizing an international version, simply translating the domestic version as is can lead to various problems. The localization project manager works with translators to identify potential issues, coordinate corrections with the development team, and manage the entire international version project. So this guy was pretty much in charge for a lot of the problems we've been seeing in Square for the last several years.
Okay.
Which is apparently he has not been fired, but he's been affected.
Right. Hopefully he shapes up, because yeah.
So yeah. So we're about to see some changes in Square.
Hopefully.
Obviously, we're not going to know for sure, but I've not heard any bad things about the Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remasters. And
minus the AB thing.
Huh?
Minus the AB.
I don't even know if that's there. I have not even heard people talk about that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I figured people would talk about it, but I've only ever seen people talk about the story with those. Not even like censorship or type A and B. So not even like anyone on the anti-woke side like Grums or Endymion or Pirate Nation. I've not seen any of them talk about 1 and 2 HD2D either. Like, it's just been silent with that game. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. So, I don't know. We'll see. I think what's really going to see a difference is the next expansion for Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah.
I know Yoshi P's team really takes into account player feedback when it comes to this stuff, and you can already see a difference with the current stuff we're seeing, which is great. There's 2 other projects coming out that we have confirmation might see some effects of what's going on here, and that is the next Final Fantasy VII remake game, which is probably coming out based on track record 2027 or 2028. And then Kingdom Hearts 4. Kingdom Hearts 4 is probably the next big one from Square. That is, if we hear anything from Square about this godforsaken game. Because some people did a count, and it's been over 1,300 days since the game was announced.
Okay.
That's a long time, and we've only gotten 1, maybe 2 trailers. I think it's 2 trailers.
Mm-hmm.
But still, not hearing anything, and then in that time period, hearing that the latest Kingdom Hearts mobile game was being canceled.
Mm-hmm.
Something's going on in Square. At least with that.
Yeah, I would definitely think so.
And this is why I do think Square is undergoing a massive shift.
I can only hope for the better, honestly.
I can too. As someone that is playing Square games, I will probably keep you all appraised of what's happening because I am very invested in this company because I like a lot of their games. So we will see. I guess on the note of Final Fantasy, I wanted to bring this up. I talked about it on stream, but I think it's going to be interesting to talk about this as well. And it does kind of relate to Square Enix. So this is Resident Evil Survival Unit. This is a new mobile game from Capcom for the Resident Evil series. It takes place during the Raccoon City incident, which is, Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3. But it seems to kind of take inspiration from... They didn't even show gameplay there. I'm mad.
I hope this sets a precedent for other developers. I think it will.
Yeah, well, they're a big one. Absolutely.
I really think it will.
So this game does seem to take inspiration from games like Arknights and like God, what is that other one? My brain is saying Gunfire Reborn, but that's very wrong. Girls Frontline. But we have some interesting set of characters, and I think this is the most interesting one. Yoshitaka Amano brings his creature of terror to life. World-renowned artist Yoshitaka Amano joins the project as a guest designer, contributing the original creature Mortem. Designed exclusively for this game, Amano believes that true fear lies not in appearance, but in psychological unease, and his design captures an eerie presence that lingers, watching in silence. What role will this mysterious being play in the story? The reason I mentioned Square is Yoshitaka Amano is the guy that designs every single logo for Final Fantasy.
Oh wow! Sorry, I just looked over at that. That looks very pretty.
So, we actually found art of this, and I lost it because it was in one of the side chats because we were talking about, I think, on Magma's stream or something, or it might have been my Resident Evil 4 stream. But Resident Evil Amano. Here we go. Yeah, here. So we're gonna read an article where they did an interview with Amano, I guess. And we're gonna blow this up so you all can see this a little. Oh, nope. Resident Evil Survival Unit is a bold new step for Capcom's iconic survival horror franchise. Shifting from traditional action gameplay to a mobile strategy format, co-developed by Sony Music Entertainment Japan, Joy City, and Capcom. The game is scheduled to launch in late 2025 for iOS and Android. This game marks a major creative collaboration, introducing a brand new original monster, Mortem, designed by acclaimed artist Yoshitaka Amano, and a first in Resident Evil's long history. The game's development has been led by Shinji Hashimoto, known for his work on Final Fantasy titles, with Masachika Kawada, Capcom, supervising content to ensure lore authenticity. Kai Dongkyun of Joy City, a studio recognized for its strength in real-time strategy design, is overseeing gameplay mechanics. In a recent showcase, the developers unveiled extensive details on gameplay, characters, and thematic direction, emphasizing survival, limited resources, and tactical management. Gameplay overview: Resident Evil Survival Unit is set in a timeline parallel to Resident Evil 2 and 3, placing players in control of a survival base located around the derelict mansion. Players must manage survivors like Leon S. Kennedy, Claire Redfield, Jill Valentine, Carlos Oliveira, and others, each possessing unique tactical roles, combat, scavenging, technology, and more. The gameplay focuses on open field exploration, base building, real-time tactical decisions, and alliances with other survival groups. What?
It's just you're mentioning all. Sorry, I'm just like I don't know what I expect. It's a mobile game, but
it's a mobile game. I don't know what you expected. Anyway.
Also, I sent something in the links area that we
I heard about that. I forgot to add that to the docket, but I did hear about this. But we'll get into it. So this is the actual monster that Amano designed, and that's Amano himself. That is an interesting design.
That's a woman, isn't it?
This, as far as we can assume, is a woman. Yes.
Well, she's missing her tits, but I believe it.
So I threw around ideas with Dylan, who I've been talking Resident Evil with because he's been on my the last 2 Resident Evil 4 streams I've done. So he understands Resident Evil enough that I can kind of bounce ideas off of him. And I described this as Amano being used for such a project like this is a very, very big deal. Like, this man is literally a legend in art for games. So having him create what is essentially probably the main antagonist of this game. Like, you know how, like, Resident Evil 2 had Mr. X and 3 had Nemesis? I assume Mortem...
I've not played any of them besides Village, so...
Fair. I assume Mortem is that for this game. But I threw around the idea that she may actually be Patient Zero, essentially. Because she kind of has that vampire look to her. She kind of has the snakes. She has some zombified looks. It almost looks like she's a combination of the T-Virus, of Las Plagas from Resident Evil 4, and whatever's the hell's going on in 7 and 8.
I'm just noticing, like, little snakes. So I don't know, because, like, I heard some people say, are those tentacles? If I'm seeing snakes come out of there, I'm hoping those aren't tentacles.
Those are snakes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So...
woman let snake climb up her body.
Because, and I actually didn't know that Hashimoto was working on this as well. That means 2 massive Final Fantasy guys are working on this game. But when you start dealing with JRPG people who are kind of diving into the more seemingly realistic style of Resident Evil. I'm not saying Resident Evil is realistic, because a lot of it isn't. But it is a massive shift between Final Fantasy and Resident Evil. That I basically described, what if this Mortem is where Umbrella basically pulled the T-Virus from? They created the T-Virus with her DNA. And the other associated viruses. Now, obviously not all of them. But I basically pointed out to Dylan that Capcom is kind of doing something interesting where we have Resident Evil 9, which is going back to Raccoon City, and some people have thought, is this game going to use bits and pieces from the other games? We weren't sure of that, and we're still not sure of that. But Capcom made a very specific note that they wanted to remaster 2, 3, and 4 before 9. That's weird. That's a very specific subset of games. Because 2 of the 3 of those are Leon. One of them was T-Virus. One of them was Las Plagas, which is the major virus in 4. And then there was the 7 and 8, which followed the mold, whatever the hell that's called, because I haven't finished 7 yet. But the rumors surrounding 9 is that that is Leon's final mainline game.
Right.
So, I have a sneaking suspicion that they were doing remasters or remakes of 2, 3, and 4 specifically to kind of get people up to date on the events of Raccoon City and Leon. Again, am I wrong? I'm probably wrong. But that doesn't mean that this is incorrect either. At least some of it might not be incorrect. All of it could be incorrect, though. Maybe this is just an early version of what became Lady Dimitrescu, because Capcom has been obsessed with Lady Dimitrescu.
Well, they know that she's popular.
They know
got
she's
the
popular.
mommy milkers.
Like, if you look at the Resident Evil 9, in fact, I'm going to pull it up.
While you do, I'm going to read some here.
I'm already pulling
Internet Zen for 10. Square Enix is calling the Limit Break staff a second Sweet Baby Inc. getting gone is only a positive for society. Also, why did Hirano have a job when we had translation software back in 2020? I don't know. I don't know. Continue, Tim.
Their obsession with Lady Dimitrescu is even going so far as her actor is narrating a lot of the new trailers. She's in all the announcement material. And one of the costumes that Grace is going to get to wear if you buy the deluxe edition is literally going to be Lady Dimitrescu's clothing.
It is! Oh my gosh! That's kind of funny, actually. RE5 should get remade.
RE5, I don't expect to ever get remade.
Maybe I'm just a prude, but I'm so tired of remakes. Can we please make original things for once?
Again, I am 100% on board with the idea that the remakes they chose were very specifically going to be used to tie back to 9.
I mean, that's fine, but like I am begging for more original shit. Like remake, yeah. I'm at the point where it's just like no more remakes ever. No more movies, no more video games, no remakes, period.
Yep.
We don't need them. We don't want them.
You will not hear a denial from me.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. Chat, am I wrong? Please tell me if I'm wrong.
I will say though,
also internet.
Oh, go ahead.
Zen for 2. In the words of Sheev Palpatine, good.
But Capcom also did show that Grace's pre-order costume, and it's actually, I really like this one. This one looks really nice. It kind of harkens back to like the older Resident Evil games with this look. This is good. Anyway, Amano's contribution in Original Monster. One of the most noteworthy announcements was the debut of Mortem, a creature designed by Yoshitaka Amano, celebrated for his iconic work on the Final Fantasy franchise. Mortem is described as a shadow-like presence meant to induce fear through suggestion rather than revelation. According to Amano, it's scarier not to know. Yeah? Yeah, it is. He's right. I'm going to actually bring up the my playthrough of RE7 because I ended up stopping because I guess I'll bring up Subnautica as well. I ended up stopped playing these games because I had no idea what was coming, and I just didn't know where shit was going to appear. The fear of the unknown is what gets me.
Right.
And he's right. It's scarier not to know. The fear of the unknown. It's very, very true. Creative Team Insights. Shinji Hashimoto called the project a personal milestone. It means a lot to me to challenge myself with something I could not do before. He emphasized the decision to adapt Resident Evil into a strategy title, saying the survival element fits well with strategy games. It does. It's a very good title to use a strategy game for. I'm surprised I didn't do it sooner. Masachaki Kawada highlighted how this entry allows supporting characters to shine. Characters who didn't have a major role in the main series now take center stage. And Kai Dyongkyun expressed enthusiasm as both a producer and longtime fan. I'm excited to deliver this new experience as a strategy game. So the game is up for pre-registration. I might play it. I don't know yet. It is a mobile game, but it could be fun as like something to shoot the shit with on my phone.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, just kind of like maybe breaking news. But you know Bent, right?
Yeah.
He is now claiming that El Bented is him.
All right then.
That's funny.
So, MMORPG Aeon 2 launches this week. Have you seen this game?
I have not. No. Pretty
Okay.
Woman though.
We're gonna watch this trailer. I don't know if we're gonna play audio because audio is dangerous. But we will watch the trailer.
Woman, don't. You have so much to live for. Never mind. Have you seen the trailer?
Yes, I have watched this once already.
Okay.
Because I heard about this today. I didn't even know if we should put it in the docket, but I did. It's very pretty. But what's really kind of getting people on this game is the character designs. Because you can make your own character in this. And I'm sure you have noticed what a lot of people are noticing. Lots of pretty big titted women. Didn't this game come out like 15 years ago? Yes, but this is the Aeon 2. But this is a Korean MMO, so that you will probably not see censorship here. Question is, will it last? And I think that is a no. Mostly because MMOs typically don't last a long time, especially if they're from Korea.
It looks like, is it Soulsborne-esque? That's kind of what it feels like to me.
I don't know. Maybe.
You know what it kind of gives me the vibe of?
Hmm.
First Descendant.
Yeah, it does.
Like, it's very pretty, but it's an MMO, and I don't have a lot of faith in that.
I think it is also Nexon. Remember, Nexon is just the publishing company and not the devs, so. But I might give this game a try. It feels like it might scratch just enough of that itch for me to give it a go.
Aeon 2, so there's a first one?
There is, yes.
Mm.
Do you have Misery's Return to Steam on the docket? No. I did not add Misery to the docket, Magma. I guess on the note of Korean MMOs, did you hear about this?
I did hear about that, yeah. I just don't care enough.
I didn't hear about this. I'm surprised by this, actually. Because even though Bayonetta is Sega, it has been a Nintendo exclusive franchise for ever since 2. And I figured Nintendo would probably try and keep it close to the chest.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess there's a trailer that came out last month. Again, I haven't played First Descendant in months. But
yeah. Yeah, I know. Last time I talked to Gator, he was just like he plays it all the time. But I just can't, man. Oh, I don't know how I feel about that face model. I'm gonna be real with you.
Well, that's just a product of First Descendant.
Mm-hmm.
I think she does.
Not like the skin. So is it a skin? For.
So they actually go into detail what it is on the site. I don't know if this is actually Bayo or whatever. I would assume it is. And I think if it is, she actually does fit First Descendant fairly well as far as like her character.
She does.
On the website, they actually say here, women's skin set and makeup, hair skin.
Okay, so it's a skin.
Head skin, makeup, and body skin. This is the unique style worn. We got weapon skin, emotes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no. Oh no.
You know, you're right. It really does fit the First Descendant.
Oh
wow.
No. Hey chat, we might be playing some more First Descendant.
I don't care. I don't care enough, honestly.
I tried getting back into it when you and Mizu were getting back into it, and it was struggling to run. Yeah, but this is going to sell like hotcakes. Like, you notice here in every single one of these emotes, there is some amount of jiggle. This is going to do very well. We don't know if this is an overall skin for someone or if it's universal. I would assume it is a skin for a very specific character. But this is interesting.
No, I think it's going to be a universal skin for every character,
you
female.
So?
Yeah, I think so. Because they do that with a lot of their female skins.
I don't know. Maybe we'll try First Descendant again. Because I've been kind of looking for, like, a shooter like this. Because I can't... Destiny shit.
You don't want to admit that I'm going to shame you if you play it.
Again, Destiny feels great to play. It's just... It's a shit game.
The answer is yes. The answer is technically yes.
It is technically yes.
I will only make fun of you for a couple of weeks until you quit playing. And then a couple weeks afterwards.
I mean, I'm not going to go back to playing Destiny. I'm not.
Oh, okay. The humiliation is too much.
I just want a game that feels as good to play like Destiny. And don't get me wrong, I like Warframe. But Warframe doesn't scratch the itch for me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, excuse me. Warframe's getting a new
update soon.
Prime frame.
Yeah, it's getting a Zaku.
Zaku already exists.
Yeah. Who is it? It's
Geyer.
Well, yeah, Geyer's coming. And it's the one previous to Geyer. It's God, what's the name? It's the fucking sentient frame.
Caliban.
Caliban, yeah. Thank you. That's it.
I'm waiting for Varuna. I know a lot of people.
Varuna should actually be next. Or very soon after Geyer.
Well, I can find out.
The Cube is our only hope. I've not heard about the Cube in a while. The Cube was intriguing to me. So I guess if we're talking about titties, we'll go to titties next. I wanted to bring this up because we had some people talking about it.
No. So it goes Geyer, Styanax, then Varuna.
Okay, so we're getting Styanax probably next.
Yes, you should.
Okay. Anyway, so Sonic Forces, the mobile game specifically, which is just another one of those like running games. It's a very kind of dull, it's a dull game, but it gets skins occasionally. And people's brought this one up very specifically with
Rouge.
Rouge. because they chose the writer's outfit for her, which, as you might be able to tell,
the furry and temp is coming out, chat.
Is very revealing.
Wasn't it very revealing in Riders?
It was, but since Riders, Sega has been actively censoring Rouge.
I still find it funny when you say censoring Rouge.
They've been.
I know that's what they're doing, but
that's what they're doing. The Riders Outfit Festival is a sports bra. No, yes, it is. So, as far as I'm aware, the Sonic Forces mobile game is actually done by a Japanese team and not an American team. And that kind of it mostly is, but I think these ones have less done by American devs. And there is a massive change to this one, considering Shadow Generations exists. I know a lot of people have told me not to show her on stream, but I think this is accurate. This is Haley. We've talked about stuff she's posted before.
Really quickly, I'm going to put something in Dogwave links. Going back to Aeon 2, apparently this is a limit test that you can do in Aeon 2 for women's chest size.
So Chad, are we playing Aeon 2?
I like how there's a ribcage size too. They took the character creator for PSO2 and said, well, let's add that, but then also add our own touch. Wow, that is...
So I'm going to ask, are you joining me for Aeon 2?
I'm going to play in the character creator. We'll see how long after that I'll play.
Yeah, that's about what I expect.
You know?
So apparently it comes out in Korea tomorrow, and the global release is next year.
Chat, what the fuck?
Holy badonkers. Do it. I know you want it. I do. We will be playing Aeon 2. This is pretty. This is good.
Yeah. Well, there you go, chat. You finally have a game that has big tits in it. Congratulations. Thank you for the 5.
Can you do that in Where Winds Meet? I just made a male character. I have no idea. I don't have Where Winds Meet. If someone wanted to get it for me, I could confirm, but I cannot confirm.
Thank you for the 5, mercenary. Anyway.
Anyway, sorry, I want to read this comment. Speaking of titties, let's turn our attention to Sonic Forces. Damn near crashed my work truck. Sorry. Anyway, so Haley, who is in that same circle like Savvy and other stuff, but we're not showing anything she posts on stream besides specifically what's in the docket.
Oh, is she a porn star?
She posts a lot of loots. This is the image that she actually posted of this. And
Goddess on a Cracker, they did actually make Rouge look good.
They did. So, Haley said, this authentic, uncensored version of Rouge the Bat proves why she was previously censored because of Sega's Western branches. They've been the ones pushing this nonsense, trying to influence the Japanese side. Back in the 2000s, designs like this were standard. Gamers didn't drool over it or turn it into discourse. It was just part of the game. Very correct, by the way. This is how modern censorship works. They censor something harmless, like a woman's cleavage. Then when people question it, they flip the script. Suddenly, you're the problem for noticing. They accuse you of being porn-brained just for pointing out what was censored. They set up a trap where the only possible response to the censorship is to mention the body part. Then they weaponize that against you, shaming you, twisting your intent, and hijacking your outrage to paint you as the problem, and that's exactly what's happening. It is. But this is Rouge in Sonic Forces.
Tips disrespectfully.
What is the name of the game, Tim? Oh, is it free? Hold on. Oh, it is. Never mind. It is free. Never mind. Maybe we'll give it a try. We shall see.
Isn't it a mobile game?
I don't know. It is free on PC though. It's on Steam.
Hmm.
Sorry, no. This is a mobile game. Sonic Forces, whatever this is called otherwise, is a mobile game. The chat was also talking about Where Winds Meet, which is not a mobile game. I wanted to bring this up though because this is just kind of very important. Is Sega might be changing the tune when it comes to censorship within Sonic.
Well, if it's happening in Japan, maybe they're just gonna get ahead. I don't know. That sounds retarded to me to say, but you know, maybe they're getting ahead of the game. I don't know.
Maybe they are.
Maybe.
Again, I just wanted to bring it up because it's interesting. We're gonna. Is that the last thing we have? We
haven't talked about the GameCube yet.
No, I want to make sure that because that's gonna last us the rest of the stream.
The next 2 hours.
Yeah, maybe. I'm checking what I have before we continue. Oh, did you see the leaks from Nintendo?
Which ones?
That's gone. Okay.
Never mind then.
I played that one on stream. So that one, it's the internet. This is not gone. Here. Solution. Hey, chat. Occo, you're got to look at my
This is
stream.
why we archive stuff. I am looking at your screen.
Stream.
I am looking at... Oh. Why can't you just bring it up here? For my chat. Does my chat have to suffer? Oh.
Yeah, okay. So this is in my server. Thank you, Don, for this. What we have here is actual footage of Link and Zelda in the live-action movie.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
The reason why I'm saying you have to look at my stream for this is because I can play it because it was added to my server before Twitter took it down.
Yeah, but you can stream Discord.
Either way, this looks pretty good. Temp is a little fucked. Excuse me. It's a little fucked. Fair. But yeah, I wanted to bring it up because it's just, you know, interesting. Concord was brought back from fan devs. And
that's right.
Sony immediately DMCA'd takedowns of the fan servers.
They're so ashamed of it, they don't want anybody playing it.
Yeah. Sony cracks down on Concord custom servers, issues DMCA takedowns on gameplay videos. Due to worrying about legal action, we've decided to pause invites for the time being. DMCA takedowns have only been sent to YouTube gameplay videos so far, and not direct to the team's custom server project.
So they're going after YouTube. Why YouTube videos?
Because they're still trying to hide people from playing it.
Yeah, but that doesn't stop people from playing it.
Right, but their YouTube videos bring attention to the custom servers.
Okay.
It's stupid, but
yes,
this is something that you might care about. Jack Doherty has been arrested in Miami.
I really know little about him. All I know is I think he's a TikTok star.
Yeah.
And
I don't know anything about him.
Yeah, I think he's one of those former prankster guys, and that's why everybody hates him.
Okay. And then final thing.
I want to say he did a prank where he tried to kiss his sister.
Ugh.
Yeah, he was that kind of weird. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I remember.
Dan McGrath, the writer and story editor for The Simpsons, King of the Hill, Gravity Falls, and more, has sadly passed away at the age of 61.
So he's just a one writer and story writer guy.
He's one of the big ones. Okay. He is actually one of the biggest writers for these shows. So his passing
finally
could.
I hope that The Simpsons finally passes away because of that.
Again, we don't know the specifics of why he passed away. He's a TikTok star and a retard. Occo, you repeat yourself. Yeah.
Fair.
And then we'll bring this up and then we'll get to Valve. Disney drops DEI and related terms from its most recent SEC report. Good. Now, of course, this doesn't mean anything, but good.
It's just interesting to point out.
It is interesting to point out. He's one of the ultimate nuisance streamers. Sorry, I had to refresh YouTube because YouTube fucking crashed on me again because YouTube's a pile of garbage. Okay, there
Thank you for the 5. Very much appreciated. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, he was the one that. Yes. No. Yeah. I remember that now. Yep. Granted, mercenary. You know how little that narrows it down. He's not the only one to have crashed his supercar. I know which one you're talking about, but again, there's so many of them that do it where it's just like a man saying one guy did it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I noticed the mistake I made, chat. We will edit that out later. And that is all that will be said. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Thank you for the 10, Internet Zen. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'll wait to see what Kirsch says about it then.
All right, let's get into it. The big thing, do we want to watch the trailer from Valve?
Sure. I don't think that they'll DMCA you for the trailer.
No, I've already played the trailer once. So.
Well, thank you for proving my point.
Let me pull that up and we'll give it a watch.
By the way, chat, I just had Marco's Pizza for the first time tonight. Pretty good in my personal opinion.
Why is that? Hold on. There we go. All right, we're going to give this a watch. So again, we have gone over the majority of what we're talking about here on the Friday stream. It was just without Occo, so a lot of this is to give people who weren't there an idea of what's going on here. I see the problem. Hold on.
What's going on?
Chat couldn't hear this. There we go.
Oh. PC that lets you take your Steam library with you anywhere.
And say pause
We're pretty
whenever.
proud of it. People who own Steam Decks have been playing everywhere, and we couldn't be happier with the response we've heard from all of you. We're excited to talk about the future of.
They have an orange power button on their Steam Deck. I don't have that.
Can
I have that?
That is the OLED.
Oh. I still want one.
I mean, yes, but that's the OLED.
Steam Deck. But not today, because this isn't a video about the future of Steam Deck. This is a video about the future of Steam hardware. Today, we're announcing 3 new members of the Steam hardware.
Chat, they learned to count to 3.
Which means that it is possible.
It is possible.
Lineup. All connect you with powerful PC gaming. All are optimized for gaming with Steam, and all are shipping in early 2026. Let's start with this one. This is
basically
the new
Steam
Steam
Deck,
controller.
but as a controller.
The new Steam controller puts all of your Steam games at your fingertips, so you can play wherever and however you want.
I do love that they use Silk Song for that.
I do too. I wonder how long this has been in development, how long they've had that. Like, obviously, we've had it for a while now, because it's now November and the game came out in September. But the point stands is, like, how long ago was this made?
It's been that long since we got it.
Yeah, it's already been 2 months. I still say if it's over 600, I'm out. Well, I'll give my thoughts about that. I hate the pad's location. I don't.
Able to play any game with your Steam controller.
I need to. When we see an image of the controller, I'll stop and we'll kind of look it over.
Ever built with a controller in mind.
But
it has all the great features from Steam Deck.
Okay, that's fine. So they're slanted. I understand why people might not like that, but I don't mind it because they had to make room and make it feel comfortable with the grip.
Yeah.
I really want the gaming industry to come together and consolidate on a button layout. Valve has.
Admittedly, Valve has decided.
Valve has decided they're following the same route as Xbox.
Like trackpad, gyro, and back buttons, all in a comfortable form factor. Its next generation magnetic thumbsticks let you play.
So does this mean no drifting?
This means no drifting. Okay, sorry. Let me rephrase that. This means likely no drifting. TMR sticks, which is what this is, means these are very unlikely to drift. For those who don't know, TMR sticks are upgraded Hall effect sticks. Hall effect sticks are using magnets instead of the potentiometer, which grinds away, and that grinding is ripping apart the plastic, which is getting dust in your controllers, which is what caused the drift.
Right.
So, these are good. These are less likely to drift. Not impossible, but it's like, okay, the best example is potentiometer sticks are hard drives. Hall effect is SSD. TMR is NVMe SSDs.
Okay.
I mean, I know you understand that.
Yes, I understand that. I just think it's retarded.
Am I wrong, though?
I'm not saying you're wrong. I still just think it's retarded.
Play with improved responsiveness and longevity. We put.
There we go. So this is actually a great image of what the controller looks like. So they are following.
Gosh, finger moves.
They are. Sorry. Anyway, so A, B, X, Y. So we have the typical Xbox layout. We are kind of using the PlayStation thumbstick locations, but that's also the same case as it is for the Steam Deck. So really what this controller is going to do is follow the basic Steam Deck layout. As far as notice someone say this, where is it? It might have been in your chat. I saw someone saying like, oh, sorry, aren't your thumbs slanted when holding a controller? Yes, they are. So that's why those trackpads are slanted.
Put capacitive touch sensors on the thumbsticks and now on the back of the controller.
And we now have 4 back buttons that are remappable.
Right.
So this is fantastic. They really want this to kind of be like a mouse experience in a controller. And you will still be able to access the controller or the keyboard through the controller.
Controller too, so you can enable precision gyro aiming with the touch of your thumb or your pinky if you're feeling fancy. Play for way too long with a rechargeable lithium-ion battery that allows for over 35 hours of playtime. With Steam Controller, we want to make charging and wireless pairing something that's actually easy. That's why we created the Puck. The Puck is a combination wireless adapter and magnetic charger included with every Steam controller.
So I noticed people say they're actually mad about this image, and not because of what the Puck offers, but because this isn't centered.
Oh, I see.
It will be centered, chat. When this thing actually comes out, it will be centered.
Yeah, I understand the frustration.
I do too. I 100% get it. It will be fixed.
Steam controller.
I can hear you smiling
Snap
while
it
you
on
say
to
that.
charge. Once you're charged up, snap it off again. You can.
I like that. That's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could just.
Whoa, that's a white Steam Deck? I didn't know they had those.
They were a limited edition.
Oh.
And you already
They
had
have
your
a
Steam
limited-
Deck.
Yeah, I don't need another one. I'm just like, whoa, that's cool.
Yeah.
Play over Bluetooth or a wired connection too. The new Steam controller works with any device running Steam or Steam Link, whether it's a PC, Mac, handheld, smartphone, Steam Deck, or the new Steam Machine. Oh, this is the new Steam Machine.
Thank you, Mercenary.
Steam Machine.
Can I just say, I'm happy that they're going to put out the files for 3D printing that front plate so you can make the front plate whatever you want.
Yes, I am too.
It's just really nice to me.
I love to get some interchangeable face buttons so I can put PlayStation buttons on the Steam controller. No, I'm good. I'm good. The GameCube. I did see someone basically say they intend to just plaster Gabe Newell's face across this.
I saw that too. It's kind of funny. Somebody made like a custom like Steam Deck intro that's just the Gabe Cube.
Yeah.
I thought that was really
good. I can't wait for the actual like the GameCube thing. But it's just gonna be like this instead. That's gonna be great. Once again, Valve wins by doing nothing and giving us what we want.
Well, I'm pretty sure that they're coming out with a companion cube thing.
Mercenary. Yeah, it's Valve is partnering with Dbrand to give us companion cube skins for the Steam Machine. And I've already said it on Twitter. This would be the reason I get it. Just to have a working companion cube.
That could make noise, probably.
Yep. Are you gonna make an Ava Elfpire faceplate for it?
Wait, what?
Plaster Ava's face on. I don't know why you would do it. What would you put on it? I think you're intending on doing this.
No, so I mentioned this already. Here, would you pull up the Fractal PC?
Can you send it to me?
Hold on.
Because I don't have that.
Actually, no, it wouldn't be the Fractal ones because the Fractal ones do look cool, but like mini ITX case handle. Let me see if I can find that one. I do want, but this might not be the one I. So I have this idea of,
and you could just put the Dogwave docket so I could just grab it.
Oh, you know what? That works. Something like this won't be like exactly what I get. But this is kind of what I'm going for. So,
oh yeah, I
have this idea You didn't send me exactly this one, but like it's close enough. I have this idea of one day like assembling a on-the-go PC build, because well, for a couple of different reasons. It could be more for more than just on the go. I have this idea of maybe doing kitchen streams or like cooking streams or just like traveling streams.
Mhm.
And you can't take a whole tower with you. It's too heavy, too much, and overburdensome. But like if you're doing a car trip and you're going short or even semi-long distances and you can carry this with you, why not do this?
Yep.
Where you assemble a mini PC that's powerful enough to stream and run VTube Studio for me. And then the goal is switching back over to the Steam Cube or the Steam whatever it's the Gabe Cube now. That's the name I memorized. That's the name it gets. So like you combine the Gabe Cube with a capture card with this. You've got a streaming PC that you can carry with you anywhere you want with a basic setup. You know, you don't need a whole lot on this. Get like 1 to 2 terabytes, throw it on there. You don't even need that good of a graphics card. Slap that in there with some basic stuff. And you need basic peripherals like keyboard, mouse, a camera, and that's really about it.
Yep.
And you've got like the perfect on-the-go streaming setup. I mean, it would be. I know Ava herself. I don't know if she's still wanting to do this, but like, you know, she mentioned a long time ago she wanted to do on the road living, basically. Excuse me. And so this is the kind of thing where if you wanted to do on the road living, it would be much better for you because it's easier to transport, easier to take care of, and you know, you can just go around with a mini Elfpire Model 1, something like that, chat. Something like that. I want to. There was a specific PC case that I really, really, really like. Oh, it's this one. It's this one, I think. Yeah, it's this one. Here, I'm gonna throw it in.
Okay.
Let's throw it inside chat. This is like
this
like
one I did send
case.
you.
Yeah, I love this case. This is a like again. If I were to build a mini PC, this is where I'm building it out of. This is what it's getting put in. Okay, this is what I want.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those things. Like for me, like, do I want the Gabe Cube? Do I want the Steam machine? Yes.
Yes.
But as a PC enthusiast, as someone who does this for a living, there is a part of me that would rather just have this next to my bedroom TV.
Yeah.
But
you could play video games in bed.
Well, yeah. I've already said it that like if I bought this, it'd replace my Steam Deck and my TV.
Right. Well, again, like that I will buy one, not day one. I'm not buying one day one because I already saw kind of like what happened with the Steam Decks and the issues you had. So I'm not buying one day one. But what I will do is eventually, like I said, I want a travel PC, and this is a travel console. Now, we haven't gotten into the specs yet. The specs for this are way lesser than what you might find on a lot of more normal modern PCs. In fact, I hear people saying that it's like maybe a year or two behind some of the more modern stuff. But the thing is I personally don't play a lot of modern video games that require like the best of the best, you know? I'd say the most intensive video game I play right now that actually requires my graphics card to start screaming is Space Marine 2. That's it.
Yeah.
Outside of that, like, I don't play those intensive games. I play Minecraft, and I'm pretty sure Minecraft will run on this.
It will.
Decently well if I don't use shaders. So I don't care for the most recent shit. And like if I want a travel if I want basically like a travel game system, this is it. This is what I want, you know? And again, pair that with a small computer, a small ITX computer that's only goal is to stream. There you go. I've got an on-the-road build that I can use and go wherever I want.
Don't forget Destiny.
It's also not burdened by Windows. Yeah, the only thing that would be hard to figure out is whether or not I could convince a capture card to talk to this machine because it's not Windows. That would be the only problem.
I'm sure you could, because this thing can already run OBS.
Right, but my question is, well, I don't want it to run OBS. I want it to speak to the computer that would be running OBS and relay the capture card.
Right, I'm sure
My
it could.
question would be whether or not I could actually get it to do that.
I mean, I've already proven that it can with my Steam Deck. So if the Steam Deck can do it, this thing can do it.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough. I guess it's just a matter of HDMI and
Yeah,
to
exactly.
be honest with you, HDMI is universal, so I don't think it's that hard to fuck up, honestly.
Yeah. Here.
Machine is a powerful gaming PC in a small but mighty package, designed for your games on the big screen. It's quiet too, which is crazy since it's 6 times more powerful than a Steam Deck, powered by a discrete, semi-custom AMD GPU, enabling 4K gaming at 60 frames per second with FSR. Steam Machine runs SteamOS.
Hey, I want to have a word with you, Temp. Well, Zen, you should join the Discord. Chat, as a reminder, you should join the Discord.
Protocol's all the same? Oh, I'm not saying it's not. I'm just like, my brain is like, will that work? Yes, it will work.
Chat, if you enjoyed the content, I would greatly appreciate it if you like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, join the Discord as the best place to know when I go live. Here, that Discord link is broken. Here, there's a proper Discord link. And a proper Twitter link. But, chat, you should join those. We're getting closer to 700 subs on YouTube. And we're well past 100 members on the Discord. Anyway.
It's made for a bigger screen, built for gaming in your living room, your office, or wherever you play, with the rest of your PC accessories. Steam Machine borrows some great features from Steam Deck, like...
Okay, so this is my big complaint with this thing, and this is a me thing. I hate that power. God, I hate that power.
Oh, I see. You would prefer it to be one of the regular ones?
I'd prefer it to be standard. I understand why it's not standard, but I would prefer it to be standard.
Well, why is it not standard?
Because they had to fit a PC in this tiny-ass box. Like, if you want an idea of how tiny this tiny-ass box is... Tiny-ass box.
Yeah. No, I know.
So...
Like, literally, a third of it is... a third of the box is just a PC, and then the rest of it is just the cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lightning fast sleep and wake, an SD card slot to easily expand your storage.
Okay,
so they do not mention this here at all. You are not locked to using exclusively SD card.
So is there actually a...
You can pull the case off, and you can actually change it to using an NVMe SSD.
Okay, so they're... SSD.
Yes.
NVMe SSD.
Yes.
What's the difference between that and NVMe?
So the SSD is like a laptop hard drive. The NVMe is that tiny little stick.
Right. Yeah, I have one of those in my normal. So you're saying that the okay.
That's what it uses, and you can take it off.
Oh, listen, shut up. I'm dumb.
And people, they didn't mention it here, but of course they brought many content creators, specifically tech-related ones, and other tech-related news outlets, to Valve's to Valve directly, and had them record footage of them playtesting this stuff, and they got to see what was inside of this thing, and they could prove that you can take it apart to put an SSD in there proper. You do your chat. I have to take my dog out.
Okay. I mean, maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Hold on a moment. Oh, goodness. It's an older connection style, no biggie. I mean, that's fair, but, like, I still think it's dumb. But, again, I don't mind too much about the connector cable. I again think it's a good little system that will allow me to play some Steam. It'll allow me to play Steam games, and if I can play Minecraft and Steam games, I think this is just fine, you know. The number one question people are asking right now, though, is the price, and Temp will talk about that when he gets back. But like, how expensive is it? Chat, I want you to throw right now in the chat, how much are you willing to pay for this? Because like, well, let's say a mid to high-end computer costs anywhere between $700 and $2,000. All right, let's say that because I've seen some pretty good high-end computers go for around $700. You got to sacrifice some stuff in some places, but you can do it. All right. For this, how much would you spend? Because it is important to remember this is a computer. It's a Linux computer, which is unless you count the Steam Deck, this is the first Linux-based computer that is in a tower form that is being sold right now. I don't think I know of another computer that is Linux right out of the box besides the Steam Deck. I just don't think it exists. 700 max, 600 to 800, 5 to 7. Okay, those are all decent numbers. I would agree with those. System 76 used to. Was that a computer? Spending at least 2,000 on it is easy. Oh, I would not spend that much. Again, like my whole thing right now is when I move, I am not going to be like buying a computer that can't fit on a rack shelf.
I'm back.
I'm going to be buying stuff that can be slotted into a rack shelf. Well, it's because I'm autistic. But like, again, this is something I will buy when I am ready to say, all right, let's do on the road stuff. You know what I mean? I've asked chat how much they'd be willing to spend for a computer like this. Everybody's saying between $500 to $700.
So Valve has said they will be releasing it with the pricing in the competitive PC market of similar specs.
Okay.
Not console, PC.
Okay.
Meaning you should expect around $850 to $1,000.
Ooh.
Yeah. Again, that's not confirmed. There's no pricing confirmed. So until they say it, take whatever we say about pricing. Okay, so the GPU in it, we'll talk about specs more specifically later, but the GPU in it is practically a 7600 AMD.
So the price of a current PC?
No.
The problem is the price of a current PC fluctuates and it depends. You have to go based off of the specs of the PC alone.
Correct. Now, some people have seemed to have figured out that the specs in this match the most used hardware on the Steam charts. Because Valve does track what is the most used hardware on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, we don't know. Are we good to continue watching or no?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. And bring some new tricks of its own, like a customizable LED strip, which can show different system functionalities, or your own light show. Steam Machine is a PC, so run whatever software you want, and it works.
Notice they're running Blender.
Yeah.
That's good.
I agree.
This is very good.
Works with all your favorite desktop and gaming accessories. Steam Machine is designed to work hand in hand with the Steam controller. 600
to 800, that's about what I expect. I expect around that frame, yes. Which is fine. Again, like the Steam Deck, the most expensive model is $650 right now. And that's an OLED. So I expect around, I think $850 is the maximum. Maybe $950. Is Blender difficult to run depending on the PC? Yes.
With the low latency, wireless connectivity of the Steam controller puck built right in. And it's great for streaming your games to your phone, tablet, laptop, Steam Deck, or Steam Frame. Oh, yep. This is Steam Frame.
So, I want to clarify. This is what I'm most excited about.
Temp was waiting for this to come out so he could justify not spending $250 on the Quest.
I will spend more on this overall, but it means not giving Facebook money. If I had to choose between giving Facebook money or giving Valve money, guess which one I'm picking?
He's very happy that he doesn't have to give them money.
Hold on, my battery in my headset's dying. Oh, you have a bot. Or is that me with a bot? That's me with a bot. That's me with a bot. Go away.
Congratulations.
All right, hold on.
By the way, you said this was the last big topic of the night?
Yes.
Okay.
No, give me just a moment.
VOD gang, sorry for missing out. It's okay.
There we go. Okay.
Excuse me.
Steam Frame is Valve's next generation VR hardware. Stream all your Steam games, VR and non-VR alike, in this comfortable, lightweight, wireless VR headset. Steam Frame uses camera-based tracking, so getting into your games is as easy as slipping on the headset and waking it up. Steam Frame controllers, included with the headset,
They'll look like
are
a retard
designed with
the
all the
headset on.
inputs you need for your VR titles, like motion controls and capacitive tracking for all your fingers, as well as a split gamepad layout to work with your whole Steam library. They even feature the same magnetic thumbsticks as Steam controllers.
Valve thought about that. So they put the same TMR6 from the controller in the VR controllers.
Yeah.
Which means your VR controllers are less likely to drift as well.
For responsiveness and longevity. Steam Frame also pairs seamlessly with the new Steam controller.
I don't know if you realize this.
Seamlessly with the new Steam controller.
So notice that she's playing Hades 2 on this thing.
Yeah.
Hades 2 is not a VR game.
No, but she's not playing it as a VR game.
Occo, I don't think
she's playing.
I don't think you realize.
It's not a VR game. Though.
I know. I don't think you realize what this means, though.
I know what this means. It means that you can play a lot of... Dude, you can do this on the Quest.
We can do this on an ARM CPU.
Okay. Yeah.
This is an ARM CPU that is being backboned by Proton, meaning the amount of playability with this thing not being locked to VR is massive.
Yeah.
Great companion for playing non-VR games in the headset. To make sure streaming is smooth and stable no matter what, Steam Frame includes a wireless adapter that lets you stream your games from your PC to your headset over a fast and dedicated Wi-Fi 6 connection. And the game is streamed to your frame optimized for VR, using new technology
I would rather
that
use
allows
a cable,
for the
though.
I mean, you probably can use a cable, but this is nice.
Highest resolution streaming exactly where your eyes are looking. And Steam Frame is a PC, running SteamOS. In addition to streaming, you can install and play a bunch of VR and non-VR games right in the headset without a host PC. You can also expand your onboard storage to fit even more games with a microSD card. Steam controller, Steam machine, and Steam Frame. All built with the same DNA as Steam Deck. All powered by Steam, work.
Thank you for the 5. Probably. Thank you for the 5.
Together and can be used however you'd like with whatever peripherals and accessories you choose. Everything you see here is the culmination of what we've learned from our previous hardware experience and what we've wanted ourselves as gamers. Powerful PC gaming in an open ecosystem, giving you more ways to enjoy the games you love and discover new ones. Steam Controller, Steam Machine, and Steam Frame are all shipping in early 2026. Learn more at
early 2026. So it's coming out very soon.
That's very soon. Yeah, that means in the January to March range. To be fair, it could also mean April through June. But we can pretty much guess we'll probably, at very most, we'll hear about the pricing in Q1 and they will release in Q2. Best case scenario, they will just announce the price and release them in Q1.
Mm-hmm.
I think they have learned a lot from the Steam Deck and will not encounter similar issues from that period. Your boy ready for RGB eyes? Yeah. So, I can't show it because this post has been deleted. But according to Pirate Nation, Valve is still aiming for a 2025. Sorry, let me preface this by saying, did you notice there wasn't a game announcement here?
For what?
The Steam Machine.
Yeah. I mean, like, do they need to announce a game for it?
Okay. No, but it is a console. I'm sure Valve knows it is a console. Meaning, what happens when you release a console with no games released on it either?
Okay. They have an entire library of games.
I understand this, but you know what's going to sell more?
Oh my gosh. What, Half-Life 3?
Who's at my legs? Oh, it's the dog.
It was Gaben trying to assassinate you so you don't reveal his...
There are over 11,000... No, I know, but it's not a console. It kind of is. I mean, it's not a console, but it is. Because I promise you, people aren't going to be using this like a PC. At least the usual audience.
Probably not. I mean, it's coming installed with Steam OS.
It is coming installed with Steam OS. It's a gateway PC. Exactly, it is. But it is going to be primarily used as a console.
PC. Oh, gosh.
But the reason I say this is we have talked about HLX for months. We know HLX is in development. Pirate Nation has posted, Valve is still aiming for a 2025 Half-Life 3 announcement, according to Gabe Follower. Credible Half-Life data miner Tyler McVicker just said in his stream that he expects Valve to announce HL3 within 2 weeks. I want to preface, the reason I'm not bringing that up is because that tweet was deleted, because Pirate Nation was, had Tyler McVicker actually respond to him. Basically saying, I didn't say that. I said that the rumor seems that Valve still wants to announce the game within this calendar year, and if so, that would take place within the next 2 to 3 weeks. However, this is all hearsay and unconfirmed. I try not to speak in absolutes like this. Good, you shouldn't. But he has gone on record on stream saying that there are a lot of people that are talking about this as if something is coming soon, and they're not getting that information from him.
Who is he again?
He is a very high-profile data miner.
Okay.
That has primarily data mined Valve games and has been doing it for several years.
I see. So that's why they care about him.
That's why they care about him. Exactly.
I get you. I get you.
And he has been the one data mining HLX, which, based on everything we're seeing in the database, is Half-Life 3.
I see. And when will that happen?
So, we do not have a confirmed date of when that's happening, but there are a lot of rumors floating around right now that say Valve is planning on something else on November 18th. In 2 days, on Tuesday.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, man. I don't believe it's going to be
I don't believe that either. Now, to be fair, I'm going to be the positive optimistic and say we will probably hear something else from Valve in 2025. But the fact is that we have gotten the Dota 2 collaboration with Monster Hunter. We now have the Steam hardware announcements. And we know HLX is being developed.
Okay.
Something is coming and Valve is actually doing shit. And we know Deadlock's coming. So.
Eventually, yeah.
Eventually. Are you talking about the assets names that are data mined? Yes. And also, we talked about it on Dogwave previously, but they are very far into development of HLX to the point they're letting family members play test it. And they're in active optimization mode. Once you're in optimization and letting family members play test, that is the final stretch. So this game is pretty close to being done. I will stand on this hill. I'm positive it exists.
Uh-huh.
Look.
Sorry, trying to rub my eyes. Oh, it's been a long day.
Akko's rolling his eyes, not rubbing his eyes.
No, I'm rubbing his eyes.
Could I be wrong? Sure, I could be. And I know nothing otherwise. But you know what?
Thank you for the 5. I mean, yeah. Again, here's the problem, Mercenary. People can make their own banks, their own card processors. They can do all of that. But if your credit card company and your bank says, I don't want to work with that bank,
yeah,
it doesn't matter. They all have to work together. Because if they don't work together, there's nothing gonna happen. Just saying, yeah. Okay.
But I think what's more interesting is, if this is true, if the rumors are true and Half-Life 3 is coming out as a launch title for the Steam machine, you do realize that 2026 is going to be right.
No.
It's a bloodbath. GTA 6 is coming out in November 2026. That is if they don't delay it again. Meaning, I'm telling you right now, it's going, no matter what happens, it's a bloodbath between Half-Life and GTA.
I kind of want to see it, though.
I do want to see it. This means Valve is going to release a new game engine. Yes. Source 2, which actually already exists in Counter-Strike 2 and Deadlock. GTA 6 is coming in 2028. See, I believe that.
Yeah, I think GTA is gonna. Here's my thought process. Do you think that they will push it back again by 6 more months if Half-Life 3 is confirmed?
No. Well, maybe. I don't think it's gonna be that reason, but maybe.
Like, oh fuck, we got to push it back again.
I'm gonna tell you right now, though. We're about to see, if this is the case, we're about to see a lot of games just flat out delay it, either for that middle portion of 2026 or just wait till 2027.
That would really suck for all of them.
Yes, it would. A lot of indies are absolutely going to be either like, oh shit, we have to do this at this period or at this period. Because if this game comes out in early 2026 is just owned by Half-Life, period. And if GTA 6 is coming out at the end of 2026, the end of 2026 will be owned by GTA 6. Again, we'll see. This is not, nothing is true. We are getting funny images, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I don't know if that's a new image or not, but again, I'll say the same thing I said basically with with Silksong. Until it's announced, it doesn't exist.
No,
until it comes out,
I agree.
Until you can buy it, it doesn't exist.
You will not hear me disagree with you, because I'm in the same boat. I agree, but I do also know that something Half-Life exists internally at Valve. From Gabe Follower, Valve confirmed that it's not currently working on a new first-party VR game. A member of the Steam Frame team denied that it has any VR content in development. Here you go, another confirmation that HLX/Half-Life 3 is not a VR game. but I wonder what happened with rumored VR demos for Steam Frame. So we know that Valve was working on some VR demos, kind of like Desktop, but for the Steam Frame. So the actual post says, today saw Valve officially announce Steam Frame, a streaming-first standalone VR headset that's launching in early 2026. While the company is aiming to make your existing Steam library more valuable, this naturally raised the question following 2020's Half-Life Alyx. Is Valve developing new VR games for the headset? Speaking to Upload VR during our recent visit, Valve told us that it's not talking about content today. However, Road to VR says that a member of the Steam Frame team denied that it has any VR content in development, offering what the publication described as a simple and definitive no. While Alyx wasn't a launch title for the Valve Index headset, the groundbreaking title arrived less than a year after launch. Before that, Valve had previously confirmed it was developing a flagship VR game, whereas Steam Frame will seemingly rely on existing and third-party titles. This is kind of a post that has people kind of up in a tizzy about Half-Life 3 as well. They have said no new VR games are in development, and they are not talking about content at this time.
Mm-hmm.
They did not say they're not talking about content, period, just at this time. And a lot of the theories running around is the reason we didn't see Half-Life or any content in this trailer is because they know that while this hardware announcements are fantastic, these are great, these are the best things they've done in a while, you also need to remember that if they announced Half-Life 3 during this, the hardware announcements would have been negligible. So having a dedicated announcement for whatever HLX is will do a lot better after letting the hardware announcement sit and stew, which is why people think the 18th is happening.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
And our final thing.
Yeah,
What?
Sorry. No, I'm just like, it doesn't exist until it exists.
Again, I agree, but I am playing devil's advocate. I know something exists.
Yeah.
Valve recommends sharing your game library on micro SD card between Steam Deck, Steam Frame, and Steam Machine. They're fully inoperable, just interoperable. Just bring it along.
Interoperable. I was about to just say that doesn't make any sense.
Inoperable doesn't make sense. Interoperable. Just bring it along with you. So they've been touting this for a while, where you could have multiple SD cards for your Steam Deck and just have multiple games installed on separate ones for whatever you wanted to play. And they're continuing that trend with the Steam Frame and the Steam Machine. So they want you to be able to mix all these devices together into a full Valve ecosystem.
Which is, ooh, excuse me. That's not a bad idea.
It's not. It's actually very smart.
I want to get a look at the motherboard on that thing.
But again, chat, if you want a more in-depth analysis of this thing, I do recommend you go watch Friday's stream. We spent several hours talking about it, and it's great.
So do they not have a schematic of the motherboard yet?
No.
Damn, I kind of want to. Sorry, Chad. I'm like sitting back here, because I got to the point where I'm just like, oh fuck, I'm tired.
Okay, I'm going to give you the option.
I hate it.
Do you want to talk about Nintendo, or do you want to skip it?
What is Nintendo doing right now?
The Mario movie and Metroid Prime 4.
Oh, fuck. Make it quick, because I'm sorry. I'm just like fading.
Then
right
we
now.
are going to skip the Mario movie trailer, and we're going to watch this.
You're not showing it. Now you are.
So I want to note the Friday stream, we did watch the Mario trailer. I did get a copyright notice for that.
This is a 7-minute trailer.
Yes.
Holy shit. Are we watching the whole thing?
Yes.
Fuck. Okay.
explore a mysterious planet in this first-person adventure. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond.
I know some people that allegedly aren't interested in buying this anymore because of the controversy.
Yeah, we'll be talking about that.
The lone hunter Samus Aran,
or I will be, depending on Occo's tiredness,
becomes entangled in an unexpected disaster.
Oh no, she lost all her powers again.
She awakens
and was transported to heaven.
Vuros. Now, she must fight to survive the planet.
That is actually the name of the planet. Holy shit.
As Samus, you will explore lush jungles full of plant life. A factory roaring with thunderous storms.
It's a very pretty game.
A research lab frozen in ice. And a facility nestled in a volcano, all of which contain remnants of a civilization long extinct. The maps are maze-like and intricately detailed.
Just like the last game.
Yep.
And ferocious beasts will stand in your way. The key to exploration is the scan visor, which you'll use to gather information from the environment. Why did this planet's civilization crumble? And what have they left behind? Could there be a clue to your escape? Scan various objects to collect and analyze information to find a way forward.
Just like the last games, I'm pretty sure.
Yep. Well, it's also done by Retro, so...
Your core abilities include Samus's Power Beam, which can shoot rapid fire or charged. Highly accurate target tracking missiles. The ability to jump.
Yes, your ability to jump. Thanks, Nintendo, for that one.
Altering Morph Ball. And dashing while locked on a target. During your adventure, you will also receive mysterious powers passed down on Vuros. Psychic abilities. Direct the control beam's trajectory with the power of your mind. And use the Psychic Glove to manipulate energy and activate machinery.
Now, admittedly, the puzzles in this game are going to be pretty interesting if they do this.
Psychic Glove. Interesting. Okay.
By harnessing these abilities, you can access new areas, greatly expanding the explorable world.
I mean, the music does sound pretty good so far.
Sounds great.
Desert called Soul Valley.
I'm sorry, so you have the overworld, which is the sand. Okay.
Yeah, and that's why they give us the motorcycle.
You can freely traverse the roadless desert as you head for each zone. Certain actions can be taken while riding
open world, and I hate it.
These include countering attacks from approaching enemies.
Admittedly, I understand the distaste for open world these days. I get it. I feel it. I do. But
everybody does it.
I do like the motorcycle. The motorcycle still feels very Metroid.
And smashing crystals at high speed to convert them into the energy you'll need on your adventure. Plus, if Samus is in a location where she can ride Viola, it can be summoned instantly. And by dismounting, you'll return to a first-person perspective to continue exploring.
Here comes the controversial moment.
Okay. Oh wow, we're halfway through.
Yeah, it's not long. I understand you want to be done. We'll be done soon.
I'm tired. I'm sorry.
Like Samus, some Galactic Federation troopers.
That face model though, that's out of Halo. Dude, that's a nose.
Nothing wrong with that nose.
Nothing wrong with that nose, but damn, that is a nose.
Man has a perfectly fine nose. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Were also transported to Vuros.
Its graphics look good, but it's not a Metroidvania. It's a FPS third person. Hey, chill. Go play Metroid Prime. That's a Metroidvania. Having played Metroid Prime as its remaster, that's 100% a Metroidvania, just as an FPS. Is that Sergeant Johnson? Yes. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Yes.
It's not actually Sergeant Johnson, but...
Follow distress signals to help the troopers and occasionally battle alongside them. They can even provide useful upgrades. Teamwork is key if any of you hope to escape the planet alive.
So, I was talking to Dylan about this. There is some lore to indicate kind of where this might sit in the timeline, because Metroid actually does kind of matter with its timeline.
Somewhat.
But Dylan pointed out the death animation of these monsters. It's the same death animation as the Ing from Metroid Prime 2. Which has brought some, at least...
The Metroid game's not going... the Prime game's not going to order?
Prime games, so Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3 take place between Metroid 1 and 2.
Yes. I know that.
But we do not know where 4 sits in that timeline. We know it has to sit before Fusion because of Samus' suit. But that's all we know.
Okay.
Escape the planet alive.
The only way off this rock. All right, I'm in. What do you say? Teammates? It appears you require assistance. I had no interest in anyone but my family. Now it's a little different.
Okay, I have a complaint.
Okay.
I played plenty of Metroid games. The best part about a Metroid game is the fact that you're alone.
Right. But I want to add on to this, and while I agree, this game starts with Silex attacking a Galactic Federation facility.
I know.
To obtain Metroids.
Mm-hmm.
Samus intercepts and actively fights him in the middle of an active war zone with Silex's forces.
I know.
Silex, as far as we are aware, teleports Samus. But we don't. But that field that teleported Samus to Vuros grabbed Federation troopers. I have no problem with this because there's an active lore reason why they're here. They're not just here to be here.
But like every Metroid game, you're basically alone for the entirety of it.
I think this adds a level of suspense to it because Samus, she is a bounty hunter, but she does care about like the lives of people around her. Like we saw that several times. Like, and having
part of what makes her so badass is that she fights everything alone.
I mean, yes. But at the same time, this is definitely after Other M. I feel like this is 100% after Other M. And despite all the problems with the Other M, I think that has some measure.
I thought they forgot that Other M existed.
No, Other M's still very... Sometimes it feels like you're the butt guy. Look, not incorrect. Look, I think it adds a level of suspense because after the events of Other M, she's going to want to make sure this team returns home safe. Because that was a mission she lost, essentially. I mean, she won in the end, but at what cost?
I don't like there are other people because all of the games are written around her being alone. and the only things that are there is everything else is hostile. So I just maybe I'm stupid, but that's just me.
I get it.
That's
I'm not.
me.
I
Yeah,
don't.
tell me what you think.
I don't oppose this. I understand why people don't like it, but I don't oppose this.
I think it just adds more variables for fucking up the story.
I hope we can keep the band together.
Samus was working with others in Other M, Prime 3, Fusion, and Dread. No, yeah, she was. Didn't she have a team in Prime 3? Yes, and they all got corrupted immediately. It has been a while since she's been completely alone. Yes, it has been. This is just the first time in a while she's been with Federation troopers. But she's been with other people.
And by alone, I mean like being without people that actually just won't try to kill her.
Again, Dread.
Dread doesn't count. She was with robots that were trying to kill her.
No, there were other fucking bird people. I forget the name of the species.
They don't count.
Again, yeah, and this thing is like in Dread, there were scattered individuals in a hostile place. Guess what this is? Scattered individuals in a hostile place.
Maybe I'm just stupid. I just don't like it.
I can't wait to see my family. When I get back home, I'll be taking a much-needed leave.
A new fate and an unknown destiny await on planet Vuros. Samus and her allies' fight to survive is about to begin. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond.
So, that is the overall, and they kind of go into what the different versions include, but that's pointless for here. I want to bring up the controversial thing. Let me pull it up, because I actually forgot to put this in the damn docket. I'm sure I can find it. Easy.
Oh, I'm sorry you like Other M Mercenary. Mercenary, unfortunately, today I think you stand alone on that.
Yeah, I think you do. You know what? I'm going to do this. Because I know Endymion replied to it. There we go.
Apparently Arlo was lamenting on this.
A lot of people have. So, I want to give context. As a tech nerd, I sympathize with this guy.
Oh, whoa! You are sneaky quiet, you know that? You're alone on a planet.
I hate it.
No hope of survival.
I hate it.
But you're also not sitting next to Phil anymore in that cubicle, so...
I really hate it.
Win? Oh!
I don't hate it.
Thank you so much, Oma Cavett, for the raid. Very much appreciated. Welcome, welcome. They restarted game development for this. Thank you for the 5.
Look, as someone that has actively talked to themselves, I don't hate this. I understand why people don't like it, but I don't hate it. Like, I think people complaining about this are stupid. Like, if it comes out bad when the game actually is officially released, fine. But based on the little snippets we've seen, I think that people complaining about this are fucking stupid. I'm just saying, like, the riots could have been better written, sure. But, again, I don't hate it. I know I'm in the minority, but All right. That is it for Dogwave. I will let Akka go to sleep.
I'm sorry. I just I died
I know.
30 minutes ago.
I know.
I stopped playing Minecraft like an hour ago.
It's been just me, chat. Akka's just been kind of a background thing.
No. Don't say that. Listen, man, I'm tired. I've been working and moving.
He's a nerd.
Thank you for the 5.
What do people exactly? What do people want? He's a nerd. It's exactly it. He's a fucking nerd.
Again, I just don't like it. I just don't like it. Nobody for 2 says send a DM of my secret project on X. Don't show chat. Okay. Thank you. I'll have to take a look. Eventually. No, I'm sorry, Temp. I think I've just been... I'm tired because, it was my last day of work and, yeah, I'm tired.
No, I get it. All right, chat, that's Dogwave. What I'm doing next week, we're doing Grounded on Wednesday. We're finally doing Crow Country on Friday, so long as things don't break. Abiotic on Saturday with Magma, and then more Dogwave next week on Sunday. That's my week.
Did I have a company pizza party? No, it was just a long last day of work, honestly. And I've been prepping for stuff. I'm sorry, I'm just tired.
I would ask you what you're
though.
doing next week, but you're moving.
Well, tomorrow, somebody pointed out, I have an interview with a controversial Protestant Catholic Templar man. And so I'm going to prep for that tomorrow morning. Probably should have not done that so that I could finish cleaning and moving, but I should be fine. Other than that, once I'm done moving, I probably will resume streaming on Friday. There will be no... Excuse me. There will be no stream on Wednesdays. Which means there's no Grounded on Wednesday.
Yeah, which means there's no Grounded on Wednesday. So we'll figure that out, chat. Maybe we'll do something.
Grounded will never return.
Because we were all talking about it earlier. It's like, hey, are we doing Grounded on Wednesday? Yes. And then Mag was like, hey.
The answer is no.
Are we actually doing it? No. So we're not doing Grounded.
Sorry.
We will figure something out.
Sorry, I'll be my computer will already be in my car by that point.
Tap Misery? Maybe Magma. We'll see. We shall see. But the schedule comes out tomorrow, so you will probably know by tomorrow what we're doing.
Yeah. So chat, tomorrow, last stream before the move, I should be available for Under the Tea. Under the Tea is going to be special because we're going to do a shit on a Chemi festival. Because those who don't know, Chemi Karai decided to redistribute a former friend's very traumatic past and basically get the ire of everybody on the internet. It reunited the Nazi with all of the people that they hated. It literally pulled together people that hate other people just to say, yeah, we all hate Chemi Karai. So on Thursday we're going to talk about her. Like I said, tomorrow I'm interviewing Templar. I think that should go well. I've already spent a little bit of time prepping questions. Oh goodness. There was one other thing. The Nemesis was complaining again.
Yes.
We won't be bringing it up.
But the Nemesis was complaining again.
Yeah, chat, unironically. People bitched at me for saying that the Nemesis was like DSP. and the Nemesis like screamed for days. Not really screamed for days, but they cried. They cried saying that I'm an evil, awful person for saying that they are. I know of the Nemesis. Do you know who the Nemesis is? Oh goodness. But like the Nemesis got really mad that like I would compare them to DSP. Well, recently, yeah, this is just little. This is why I laugh at them, honestly. They recently came out and made a post saying that they aren't getting enough support in their streams. I guess they did a donathon, the second or third one this year. Which, by the way, if you have to do a donathon to raise money for rent or to prove that you're able to move out of your parents' house and live on your own, you need a fucking job.
Jet, I'd like you to know that Akko's energy came back when we talked about drama.
No, listen, it's listen, it's dude, I'm laying back in my chair right now. I'm zonked right now. I'm sorry. But no, like literally. Here, I'm not gonna read the whole thing word for word. Let me see if I can find it, and I'll only spend like 30 seconds looking for it. But like, there it is. I haven't counted, but chat, you know, DSP's big thing, okay? DSP's big thing in his life is talking about support, right? He's like, I just need some more support. I need some more money. I got to feed my family. I've got dogs. I've got cats. I think he said at one point he had birds. I can't remember. But DSP's whole thing is, I just need more support. We need it. We need the support tonight, guys. We gotta get the support. And the Nemesis post, which is like a mini book. He talks about how the Donathon was a complete and utter failure. He complained that people that came to watch him for one video game did not stick around for the next one. And how the previous Donathon that was super successful did not translate to long-term people. So, and like, it's worth saying, by the way, I will never beg people for, if I beg people for money on the internet, then it is over, in my personal opinion. You know, if I'm ever recording, I may occasionally say, hey, if you like it, support the thing, become a member, or, you know, whatever. But like, this guy is so next level that I legitimately just I find it incredibly like baffling. It's just very baffling. This entire post is just, woe is me. I was trying to raise money because my other friend lost their job. Which, hey, it's really nice that you're doing that, but like, they're just like such a pathetic creature, in my personal opinion. Like, there's a reason why I don't even mention their name anymore, and it's just because they're so pathetic and they're so. You know what's funny too is Temp is the one that told me about this because he accidentally found out about it. Like, neither of us would have found out about it unless he accidentally found out.
I didn't go looking for it. I found it. I just figured.
Because I don't even look for this motherfucker anymore. Like, occasionally, you know, I will see his shit, but like, I don't see this man's shit actively anymore. But just hearing this, I'm just like, thank God my mom beat me as a child. Thank God my mom beat me a little bit as a child to get me to understand that you can't make excuses for everything in your life, that you just can't go around and say, woe is me. and my life sucks, and I can't get a job, and I can't do X, Y, and Z, and it's just like, brother, there are real disabled people in the world. I've met some of them, and they would kill people like you to get a job. You know, I know people that would kill for a job. Maybe the job is killing. I don't know. But I just wanted to say that it was extremely pathetic to read. You know, Temp sent it to me, and I was like, Temp, can you TLDR that for me?
And I told you no.
Read it. No, you TLDR'd it for me. But like,
did I?
When yeah, you did. When I eventually read it, I was just like, man, this guy's so fucking pathetic. So fucking pathetic. And obviously, I don't wish life ruination on anybody or him. But I hope he gets a job one day. I hope his parents like softly coerce him to be like, hey, Akko's nemesis, go get a fucking job, please. That's it. I'm done. Go ahead.
All right, chat. If you enjoyed the content, I would greatly appreciate it if you just like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, join the Discord as it's the best place to know when I go live. The schedule will be out. You will see that on Twitter. You will see that on the YouTube post, and you will see it in the Discord. So I highly advise subscribing on YouTube, joining the Discord, or follow me on Twitter. It is the best places to know literally everything about what's going on with streaming.
Get a job, you broke ass scrub. Basically, yes. And once again, remember, the nemesis is like almost old enough to be not my dad, but like they've got a little more or a little less of a decade on me, is what I'll say.
All right, chat, I'm jumping off.
20s.
You all have a good night.
All right, chat. Love you all.